Hello, little guys. What's happening? Yeah, I am sick. I took some Dayquil, which has helped my throat right now. I'm about to cough though. That's the only one you'll hear on the mic tonight. The rest will be muted. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There we go. So, good evening, little guys. We have some stuff to cover. I have to finish off some of this quartering stuff so that way I can move on to the Sykkuno stuff. So that way at some point this week, I can get to the Faithful Sheriff Farty Peanut stuff, okay?
The reason for the compound is so Jeremy, his Gable, his wife, Skybull and multiple Ukrainian sisters can live together as a polycule.
Dude, that's you know, when you think about it, Quartering is kind of a woke king. You know, he's kind of a woke king. I think we're all sleeping on the Quartering's like status as a woke cell, you know? Is dying against TOS on stream. No, if I die on stream, it'll be really fucking funny. Okay? And then like by the laws as a streamer, one of you will also die. You know, it's to maintain balance. But it'll be horrific. So like I'll pass peacefully in my chair, and one of you will be struck by lightning. It's a pact I made. Okay, you don't get a choice in the matter. This is it. It is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. Not it. You don't get to choose. You don't get to choose. That's called random. Okay. Dying on stream nowadays is grifting. Oh, this guy is doing the dying on stream grift. You know, I can't believe he's died on stream. This guy never had an honest take in his life. Neither in his death. Let's be honest, the quartering stuff is all bullshit. Damn. What's that guy? No bullshit. What happened to that guy? That he was like an anti-SJW guy, right? Diesel, what do you want today's clip to be? Let's workshop something horrendous. I've been perusing twitter.com in my illness. My illness is not related to twitter.com, aka X to Everything app, but I understand why you would conflate the two, okay?
Big ups to Skyrone, the original bull.
Dude, shout out to Skyrone. Don't make me laugh, I'll cough. Oh. But I was on twitter.com, aka X to Everything app. Have you guys seen this stuff about the BPD sluts Discord server, and every incel is shooting his shot into Discord to get a BPD baddie? And like some of the messages that are coming out of this Discord server are fucking like down horrendous. Okay. Like I saw one where there was like react with the skull emoji if you've been sexting my wife. And then it was like 5 dudes responded with the skull emoji being like, yep, sexted your wife. That's a horrendous string of words. Yeah. It's like, dude, could you imagine if we... It's like if we let Saikudo out and put him in the BPD sluts server, that's like a lion in like a what is it? A troop? What do you call a group of zebras? A herd? Why did I say a troop? What are they, in a fucking circus? I'm delirious. I'm on so much medication right now. Oh, a troop of zebras. We're gonna let Saikudo out into the BPD slut server. It's gonna be complete hell. Hot sale, 50% off BPD bitches. Everything must go. Well, you gotta understand that a BPD goth baddie in her 20s will become like a chunky Nightmare Before Christmas baddie in her 30s. You know, honestly, lock them down for real. A dazzle of zebras, that's quirked up enough that I could like believe it. I could believe a dazzle of zebras, on God, you know? I really want to cover the Saikudo stuff at some point, because everything I've seen out of that is just crazy. The guy's basically been put on blast for being like a player in his dead relationship, and instead of like moving on with his life, he decided to like try and pull every single woman, and succeeded, instead of kicking his woman out of the house. Not to approve of such behavior, but also in the same breath, people are treating it like he molested those women. Did not happen. That is not the reality of the situation. I will say this about that though. Yeah, the only real victim is the actual girlfriend. Yes, 100%. Dude, Muujin 100% giga compromised. Okay, I've never seen that was like a ridiculous hit piece where somebody took all the like stuff that he got from his sources and published it as is, rather than doing any critical thinking whatsoever. You know, yeah, Nick Diorio dragged him. I'm not surprised. It is very clear that Muujin, like, his angle on that was ridiculous. The angle on that was ridiculous. There's no defending that. You know, I don't even know what the fuck is going on in the Saikudo drama. It seems like everyone's here sucks but the GF. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. How's my coffee brand going? Yeah, it's going pretty good. Better than the quarterings, that's for sure. I'm about to go see Project Hail Mary. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your night. Project Hail Mary is really good. I saw it this last weekend. It's very good. Dude, shout out Rocky. I'm Rocky pilled. Literally Rocky pilled. I missed your super. Chunky Nightmare Before Christmas, early 30s baddie, bro. Stop just straight up describing my girlfriend. It's true. It's true. It's true. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I speak the truth, you know. I know exactly what phenotype you are, Chad, okay? My autism allows me to predict what each she/they bisexual is. Okay? I'm like a Lego master builder, but for women on the spectrum. You have $5 to make the perfect GF. Gamer wife pilled for life. Thank you, KJ. Fucking stupid. Diesel, what's your opinion on the new Mario movie? I don't know, man. I didn't see the fucking first one. I don't know. I've tried to watch the Minecraft, not related. I've tried to watch the Minecraft movie like 3 times. And like every time I get like 20 minutes into it, I'm like, this movie is for children. And then I stop watching it. Okay. I heard Brie Larson did a good job as Rosalita in the new Mario movie. Brie Larson, somebody that the quartering would jerk
Diesel
off
has
to.
the calipers in his mind measuring our skull width.
Diesel, no. I'm not measuring their skulls, okay? I'm not measuring their skulls. I'm measuring the muffin top and the mom jeans, brother. Dude, I'm kind of on fire today. Am I goated actually? I think I'm actually super fucking funny. God. I jerk off to Brie Larson too. He ain't special. Holy shit. No, you're drunk on Dayquil. There's nothing in here to get me drunk. It's non-drowsy, alcohol-free. Okay? I'm sober. I got both hands on the steering wheel, chat. Okay? I got both hands on the fucking steering wheel. Anyway. A gay quill? Yeah, the day quill that makes you gay. Only in Mom Dami's New York, man. Only in Mom Dami's New York. Oh, before I get on to the topic of stream, have you guys seen this whole, like, the Avatar movie leaking online? The whole, like, animated Last Airbender movie? I had read an article a long time ago being like, oh, they're doing this? And then I just didn't care about it. Okay? And then, like, the entire fucking movie, comes out on Twitter. I was like curious. I didn't watch it when I saw it on Twitter, but I did grab a copy from Twitter and I ripped it just because I'm like, maybe I'll get to it like this weekend. It is a shame though, because it looks really nice, and instead of like putting it out in theaters or even doing a limited release, they're just dumping it on Paramount Plus, which who the fuck pays for Paramount Plus? Who's doing that? Right? I mean, I guess if you really like Big Brother and watching reruns of like Urkel, send me a copy. I would never do such a thing. I refuse to watch The League. I love the show too much. Yeah, but consequently, I also really fucking can't stand Paramount Plus. Like, yeah, I love Paramount Plus. That's how much I watch Big Brother. Like, there are whole different people out there in the universe. I just am not buying Paramount Plus. I already pay, what is it, $26 a month for fucking Netflix for my family. Let me just buy Paramount Plus for $15.99 and I still get ads, so that way I can watch daytime cable with minimal ads, which is just the same 3 ads, so I don't get any variety in my life anyway. Like, it's like, what am I doing? Them dumping it on Paramount Plus feels like they don't have confidence in the movie. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why was the Chud Jack trying to break into the house anyway? I haven't looked into it. Apparently that guy's a streamer or something. That was a streamer. And he was like saying he's Harry Dresden from the Dresden Files novels, right? And I saw like the community note on it, and it was like, his name is not Harry Dresden. Harry Dresden is a fictional detective who solves magical crimes in Chicago. And I was like, who is this guy? That pissed me off. I love Dresden. The first few books are a little they get a little based, but you know, they've had a lot of Dresden Files books by now. I've only read the first few, but you know, it's an all right book series, very pulpy. He's being charged with molesting a minor on top of the other charges, by the way. Wow. Dude, real life Chud Jack, dude. The reason they're dumping it is because they feel like people won't show up to theaters. Dude, that's crazy in a world where we have Iron Lung.
I'm pretty sure he just had some sort of mental breakdown and needs mental help.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's crazy in a world with like the Amazing Digital Circus in theaters and Iron Lung. Like, it's never been a better time to have a minor theatrical release, you know? Never at my theater though, which is the annoying part, but like, you know, if you're one of those lucky people that gets an anime in your movie theater, fuck yeah. Anyway, let's go into the quartering. Oh my God. Did you call your local theater? Yeah, yeah. I've done the thing where it's like, you know, I call to be like, can we get this in? And then the guy at the other end is just not happy to even answer a phone call. So I just don't bother. It's like a chain theater. There is like a boutique theater in my neck of the woods, so they sometimes show like interesting stuff. But if you got like one theater in an entire county, you're kind of fucked, you know? Can we buy nerd stuff through your store? I'm from the Midwest. I cannot justify taking off work to drive to New York. You can hit us up on the contact email. Hit us up on the contact email. For real. All right. So, we talked about the bull a little bit. The bull has a criminal history. The bull is up to some strange shenanigans. When are you releasing new flavors? I want to do an espresso at some point, which you would need like an espresso grinder for. I just haven't done that because, you know, it's kind of like a niche thing. At some point I will, but like we're just really focused on like paying down our loan. So after we pay down our loan, then we can start talking about adding more stuff to the roster, you know.
How the heck did a theater in Bumfuck, Wyoming have Iron Lung but you didn't?
We had Iron Lung, but it was only here for like a week. And so I just couldn't get in to see Iron Lung. It was just like a busy time for me. And so I just couldn't see Iron Lung, which is a shame, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so I do want to look at the coffee brand coffee payout stuff, so let me click on that. We'll go back to here. What is this?
Yes, motherfucker!
Hold on, I'll switch it over in a second.
You move out if you win this day.
I don't have to rely on anyone related to me for support.
Stupid. I gotta turn this on. Hold on. Boom. Okay. Easy peasy.
Just strangers who I drink and cry for. Like,
God damn, I love IP2, bro.
It's a trust fund, so it's not my mom paying.
Is this timestamped correctly? I don't know if it is. I just got pinged, which means something is not accurate. Oh yeah. This is the example of the reviews on his website. Yeah, this stuff is like mad sus. This is mad sus. It's really easy to generate stuff. Open media's link, boom. Right? So on the Coffee Brain Coffee website, all of this stuff like really sticks out like a sore thumb to a lot of people. Right? Where it's like, these reviews seem strange. Also, they repeat. Right? So we got Jeffrey M again. Okay, why does Jeffrey M show up so much? That's actually crazy how much Jeffrey M shows up. That's really fucking funny. Holy shit. And then we got another one. They repeat. It's not even that, like, they don't even put, okay, if you have this few, it could be that they're real, but it's just that they're so close together. It's like, great taste, expectations met. Great taste meets expectations. Never mind, they're fake. Never mind, they're fake. Hold on, let me read some of these. Let's see what Jeffrey M has to say. Smells and tastes like butterscotch and coffee. Jeffrey M on the same day. Jeffrey M loved this coffee so much that Jeffrey M reviewed the coffee twice. Smells and tastes like butterscotch and coffee. Definitely works, no spills, and keeps the coffee hot. Is this Jeffrey reviewed the coffee separately, and then Jeffrey went in and reviewed the cup separately? Was shocked how good it tastes. Enjoyed the taste. Okay. And then, okay, on top of this, you know what? I think an old person, I think this is a real review, but I think this is an old person. Hear me out on this theory here, right? Right? I'm not saying that these are real reviews. They might be fake, but I think old people would do this. I think if you're an old person, you'd do this, okay? Was shocked with how good they taste and enjoyed the taste. Really enjoyed the taste. Smells and tastes great. Okay. Yeah, bro, the cup was holding water, dude. You're telling me that the cup holds liquid? Dude, the cup holds liquid? Next, you're going to tell me that they're going to invent a thing that allows you to suck liquid up. Dude, could we get one of those straw things with like a lot of loop-de-loops in it? I'm thinking we call it something a little crazy, something a little wild. I'm thinking we start making an object that we could, maybe call a crazy straw? It's an outsourced review. Yeah, maybe it's an outsourced review, right? But like, if I was a grandpa and I got an email from my favorite YouTuber saying to review my coffee, right? I might like go through this and individually like respond to each on my single order, right? Like it's a single order I made, but I'm going through and I'm buying it. By the way, K-Cups, if you're one of the K-Cup Andes in chat, I'm sorry, for the love of God, get a reusable K-Cup and then move on to something else, okay? Fucking get away from it. Get away from it. They are fucking robbing you. They're robbing you. We don't make K-Cups, right? And the reason we don't, and we've talked about this before, is because it's too expensive to package them, right? So then I would have to off-put that cost to you, especially if it's good coffee, right? Really nice fresh coffee in a K-Cup, going to be very expensive because we need to make sure it's going to be shelf stable for a long time. So K-Cups are called Keurig cups. They're basically these little shot glasses, these plastic shot glasses that when you put it in a coffee machine and press down, it punches a hole in it and then brews the coffee. It flash brews it right through the cup into a cup for you to drink, right? So that's what it is. Huge waste of coffee and a huge contributor to single-use plastics. There is nothing but downsides to K-Cups. If you open up a K-Cup after brewing it, you could see how much of the coffee isn't used and how much of it channels, and it's just a really bad experience. You're having a bad, like, subpar coffee drinking experience, subpar just extraction from the grounds. The coffee is usually stale. The coffee is usually cheap. Artificial flavoring really tastes bad through that, in my opinion, right? I've always been super busy, so I keep instant coffee stocked, but in trying to get my family off the K-Cups for the plastic waste reasons, I would very much recommend one of those carafe brewers, right? With the glass carafe and then a hole for you to put ground coffee in, right? And you could just like run it through the strainer that's built into one of those things, right? Because it'll just be a lot better and you'll get a lot more coffee. The extraction will still not be like peak, but it'll be a better experience. Even if you buy one of the cheap ones, like a Keurig machine might still be like $30, right? But you could get one of those glass carafes from like Amazon for $20, you know, even less. AliExpress that shit. If you're fine waiting, it doesn't matter anyway. Whatever you bought from Amazon came from AliExpress. The shit that you're buying from China is already good. There's a reason that all the factories are there. It's because they know how to fucking make stuff. All right, that's why. Right, so just buy one of those cheap like carafes and then just do that. Like, just please. I remember my dad getting a Keurig like a decade ago, and the coffee tasted weak. Yeah, it's a byproduct of how they brew. It's a byproduct of how they brew. Just use a pour over. It's convenient and easy. I could understand why some people wouldn't want to fuck with a pour over. If I have like one of those like can you show the carafe? I don't know what you're talking about. Here, I'll show you. Here. One of these bad boys. You get one of these bad boys, okay? You get them on a timer, so you wake up, and then boom, you got coffee, nice first thing in the morning. All right, and then it'll be pretty good, and then whoever gets the last of the coffee at the bottom is gonna have a really disgusting cup of coffee, but then otherwise it's pretty good. All right, it burns the coffee. It burns the coffee closer to the bottom when it settles, yeah, but it's still it's gonna be better than Keurig, I'm telling you. Because you can load it with your own grounds. Okay, even if you over brew it. And there are some of these that the hot plate turns off so it doesn't burn it, okay? If you spend a little more. These are not a bad buy-in at all, for sure. They need to make better single cup coffee. Yeah, they need to make better single cup coffee machines. I'm telling you, they do, but they're like high-end stuff. They do. But like it gets really expensive. Nespresso makes really expensive versions. Insane. We just use Mexican instant coffee in my house because my mom is stubborn. Yeah, my family uses the Bustelo as well. Dude, the Bustelo is fucking disgusting. I'm sorry. I know it's a cultural thing. It's not. It's so dark. It's like a very, very poor flavor profile. Because people think coffee that tastes bitter is stronger, but that's not how coffee extraction works. You know? Nespresso is way worse than Keurig. I don't know if they're the same, like, family company, if they're both by Nestle, but fuck, dude, it's awful. All right, so we went over the Jeremy basically flagging everyone, Jeremy trying to take down Kino Casino, and all of that. Okay. What's your opinions on the Mocha Master? I've never used one, so I can't really comment on it. But yeah, so we talked about him basically trying to flag everybody. So because Kino Casino blew the lid on them, on his like cuck sister wives, Ukrainian compound fantasy, basically the quartering went into overdrive and has been trying to lampshade this as like, oh, all of these freaks are like going after my family, which Kino Casino did not do that. One, and then two, You're the guy who's hanging out with the local fucking ugly bastard, okay? Who's fucking everybody's wives or husbands. You never know. You never know. I don't know. Maybe he is. It's possible. But he's basically trying to lampshade this as like he's a victim, which is not the case. All right. Mr. Two Gay Black Dads should be ready to rue today. But Melanie Mack, who is an object of the Quartering's desire and also a resident pick-me, is trying to get in on this, okay? So if you've never been introduced to Melanie Mack, all right? Also, he took up the pitchfork to go after Tipster for cheating on his wife. Look, Tippy stocks up. Tippy stocks up, okay? Non-binary Tippy came in with the haymaker in this Quartering drama, just saying. If this is how you found out that Tipster is non-binary now, I'm very happy to be the messenger of that. Did you hear Beckett's theory that the bull is actually doing Jeremy? I said the same thing last stream, and I didn't even watch Beckett's stream. Apparently, every single drama streamer who has talked about this has come to the same conclusion that that the Quartering is getting plowed.
It's in verse 11 that says, I meant.
So this is Melanie Mack trying to defend the Quartering, but via Bible verses.
It's in verse 11 that says, I meant that you are not to associate, don't associate at all, with anyone who claims to be a believer yet
Quit hitting your desk, your camera's shaking. I can't help it. I talk with my hands.
indulges in sexual sin, or is greedy, or worships idols, or is abusive, or is a drunkard, or cheats people.
This kind of sounds like somebody I know. This kind of sounds like somebody I know. You know? You know, the thing that annoys me is, first of all, I'm a lapsed Catholic, okay? I was raised very devoutly Catholic. I've read the Bible, okay? I've been there. We live in a very strange world because the amount of heretical Protestants I see running around saying that it's okay for the president of the United States to depict himself as Jesus are blaspheming devil worshippers, okay? And when God returns, you will not see the pearly gates, okay? Let it be known. Let it be known. You're gonna be fucking covered in fire and brimstone, okay? Because your stupid ass was like, yeah, this guy must be like Jesus. What are you doing? All right, it's right there in the good book, brother.
Don't even eat with such people. Now, how many times do you see, like, active in our churches, for example, how many times do you see, okay, here you have this couple in church that are living together and fornicating with each other, but they are not married. What does the Bible tell us? Not to associate with them. So whenever you see...
What does the Bible... Dude, Oh my god, dude. This is so funny. I've been catching up on The Boys. She sounds like Firecracker. I cannot get over how much she sounds like Firecracker doing her show. Where she's just like reading her book and being like, see? It says right here, don't associate with those fornicators. Like,
see things like that going unchecked within the church, well, that's a problem with the church because...
Dude, this Chungus universe is not even funny, dude. Holy shit.
They're supposed to be actively avoided. And I know it sounds harsh, but this is in verse 11.
Oh my god, it's crazy. Leviticus 19:28 says, "You shall not make any cuts on your body in mourning for the dead, nor make any tattoo marks on yourself. I am the Lord." Dude, Leviticus is like if we're like ranking canonical books in the Bible, Leviticus is just doing numbers on everybody, okay? I don't think most people like Leviticus. You know, I think they don't say good things about him. I'm sorry, I sound like Donald Trump when I say that. They're not saying a lot of good things about Leviticus.
I will continue to say this. The Antichrist is alive and well, and they will use Peter Thiel as a vessel to bring upon the end times. Where's Peter, you may ask? Why, in the Tower of Babylon, of course. Source? It was told to me in a dream.
You know what? You're kind of spitting with that. I'm for it. Leviticus was designed for the times when anal, tattoos, and pork would legit kill you. Yeah, a lot of the Bible is written for the times. For real. Yeah, but like the denomination of Melanie Mack is Christian nationalist. They worship consumption, okay? Allow a brother to speak a little Catholicism to you, okay? These mega church going Protestant on paper Christian nationalists worship at the altar of like oh my god, Peter Thiel, he poisoned me. No, okay. These fucking Christian nationalist motherfuckers, they worship at the altar of consumerism, okay? Their beliefs are whatever makes them sleep well at night, all right? They have no conscience and no morals, and their morals are completely transient to whatever makes them feel good. It is the religion of consumption. That is what it is, okay? It is the religion that says you should eat at Chick-fil-A, okay? And give many tithes to your church. That is what it is. Thiel is going to get you like he got Gawker. This is the cloudy voodoo doll. All right. So let's go look at Melanie Mack addressing the quartering drama, okay? She's going to be addressing it to us now. Yeah, selling anti-woke toilet paper to make billions and own the libs. Yeah, dude, the only people that are making a mint are the people that figured out a way to make money off of rubes who are afraid and religious. That's really it. Anyway, these last 5 years of living, despite me not being religious, I have such a hate boner for an evangelical Protestant. I'm sorry.
So right now it's pretty trendy for people to be hating on the quartering, and
oh, it's pretty trendy? Girl, what did you just get here? He's been a topic for years.
and they're trying to drag me into it, so I'm gonna make a video about this. I've talked about it like on streams and stuff in the past.
But you've come to his aid and his defense, and you're doing so now. Of course you would, though. You get a paycheck from him. Why should I listen to a word you say? You're compromised. You're literally on the take.
Because it's been going on for months, and it's just insane. But it's like, whatever, I'm just gonna make a video.
It's okay. Most Christians hate radical evangelicals too. Hey, man. We can all be different denominations, but if we can all come together and specifically stop those guys, I'm all for it. All right.
And these people are gonna constantly be lying anyway, but at the very least I will address the parts that have to do with me, so that
Dude, she sounds like such a valley girl, dude. Holy shit. Girl is the personification of Jezebel. Holy shit. God. What I don't understand is my chat made up of the late antiquity commons or something, because we got all these biblical level insults to throw at Melanie Mack. She dresses like an 18-year-old, though she's about to be a grandma. Oh, she's old enough to be a grandma. She's a whore of Babylon. She's gonna be 40 soon.
they can't be talking for me. So it's become this thing now where people are saying that the quartering makes me uncomfortable.
What the fuck is this lady talking about, dude? You sound like you're slow. What, you're not even addressing what the quartering has been in the hot seat for. The quartering makes me uncomfortable. Who the fuck is saying the quartering makes him uncomfortable? Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable when he says that he thinks black people commit more crimes because they're black. But then I go, oh, well, if he walked into public, I could punch him in the face. And so then I don't feel scared anymore because I know a fat man falls hard on the floor.
And I'm in some sort of like weird hostage situation. And
Who is... Well, he would like to have you on the compound. Make no mistake about it. He would like to have you barefoot and pregnant. Not by him, by his bull.
this, that, and the other.
She looks good for 40 and eating butter. She's on the keto diet, guys.
Or whatever. And it's just like, it makes
Dude, she talks like she has nothing. There's not a thought in that head of hers. Yeah, because he's like going through stuff and making people like feel unsafe or whatever. And they're just like, trying to drag me into it, but like what?
makes no sense. I've been friends with the quartering for a very long time. When
Listen, I've been friends with Woody Allen for years and I didn't see him do anything weird. So I think he's a pretty good guy.
it's been like 7 years now. And I'm telling you, when I've had a bazillion people try to turn on me and try to cancel me or make a bunch of hate videos about me over various...
To be clear, Melody Mack's only claim to fame, aside from being a mid woman, is that she said the F slur. That was it. She did a video in her car where she spoke to the camera and acted transgressive and said the F slur, as if that was moving the needle on anything. By the way, it's not brave to say the F slur in a car. It's brave to go into like a gay nightclub and call people the F slur. That's different. Well, maybe that's suicidal, but like I could say a slur in the comfort of my own home and nobody will hear it. Okay. If a guy says a slur in quiet, does he even offend anybody? That's like the level that we're at here.
things, whether it be my Christian opinion being against the gay stuff or...
My Christian opinion being against the gay stuff. My Christian opinion against the gay stuff. I'd want to call her a midwit, but like a midwit implies that she is of medium intelligence.
when I didn't get the
What's the context for her saying the F slur? Did she make it her entire personality? Yes, she made it her entire personality. And the context is that there is no context. She just said it to say it so that way she could look interesting. That was it. Trump voice. Listen, I've been to Jeremy's compound many times. Many times. Not once did I see him do anything inappropriate with the Ukrainian refugees. They were all barefoot. And one of them, she looked fat. She was looking big. I think she was pregnant. Who knows?
COVID jab, and I had...
The COVID jab. Dude, did you guys see the report that the United States government hid evidence of the effectiveness of the COVID vaccines? And it's actually a lot more effective at preventing deaths. Dude, I love it. Meanwhile, RFK is sitting around. He's like, I think I should do a podcast instead of addressing any serious issues. If you say jab, you gotta repent, bro. Or you're English. She said the F slur and ate butter. That's it. She then surfed Gamergate to fame.
I got canceled from like the liberal side of the gaming industry and all that.
Yeah, you got canceled from the liberal side of the gaming industry. Dude, it's really funny because is there an alternative to the liberal gaming industry? It's very thin. It's very thin. I have been in, like, this is like real/serious, okay, /serious tone indicator. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the channel Warlocracy. He covers a lot of Slav jank and RPGs, and he's really knowledgeable on it. He's like a a Russian, very educated Russian guy. I don't think he's living in Russia anymore because he spoke out against the war, but very interesting stuff. He covered some like Slavic RPGs from this guy who now serves in Putin's government. And he goes by the name Goblin, right? And it was, the way Warlocracy was explaining it was that it was like right-wing art that he was making. And it's like this prison planet that these Marines go to, and everybody is segregated by race. So all the black people live in like tribal, like spike throwing tribes, right? And then all the Asian people live in like Chinese themed restaurant houses, and they have the fucking hats, and they speak with like stereotypically Chinese accents, right? And then like the Germans, this Germans too, right? And they live in like a comedically bureaucratic version of like Nazism. So it is like poking fun at that too, but it's like very strange and very weird. And that's like what the art is. And I mean this seriously. I say this very seriously. I look at MAGA mixology the same way that Warlocracy looks at the Slavjank game. I'm 100% serious, okay? I am so interested in learning what that is, but I have yet to find out there's not many examples of right-wing art or right-wing games. Like, it's not common. What happens with the American faction? Fuck, I don't remember. What's the game called? Look, just go to Warlocracy's channel when you get a chance. Literally just watch any of his videos. They're so good. He's so educated and so well-spoken, especially for somebody who's like an English second language speaker. Fucking crazy. Like, he's a very interesting guy. I love his videos. Oh my God.
Just joined. Why is emo Ragatha from Tad Kier?
That's based. She does. That's actually, you know what? No. Ragatha's based, dude. Don't do that. Ragatha's like a girl boss. Guys, do you think that what's your pairings for the final episode of The Amazing Digital Circus? Is are Ragatha and Pomni finally gonna kiss in a explosion of Yuri romance? Is that gonna happen? I thought you were gonna say educated for a Russian. I shouldn't even say that he sounds educated for English second language speakers, because that's also fucked up. Gangle and Zubul, not gonna lie. Yeah, Warlocracy, Civ 11, Mandalore. Yeah, dude. Well, there's also Seth, who seems to upload always at the same time that Mandalore uploads. Zubul and Gangle, 1 hour sex episode. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. Oh my God. Ragatha, Jackson, Pomni will be in a polycule and run off into the sunset. Fucking crazy stuff. The masked character starts a fanfiction style polycule and treats everyone like action figures, and Jax curses a lot. Holy shit. I'm glad my audience is down to talk about The Amazing Digital Circus with me, because that's so stupid and I love it. Oh shit. I like Dungeon Chill. I don't really like Grimbeard. He's like he's woke derogatory. I'm sorry.
To Goonergate, which happened because last year.
What the fuck is Goonergate? I'm sorry. If there's one thing I would have known about, it's Goonergate. So the fact that I have not heard of this means like it is quite literally a Glupshido event. Dude, me walking around in public being like, you hear of Goonergate? Now, Gamergate, maybe. Goonergate, not gonna happen.
Was that last year or 2 years ago? I don't know. Anyway, whenever I like spoke out about as a Christian, I am not advocating for Gooner games. I don't like them.
I'm not advocating for Gooner games. It's weird because I know Melanie Mack has talked about having her cake and eating it too. She's like, I want Laura Croft to be like how she used to be, which is like mad sexy and sexualized. But I don't want her to be naked. It's like, dude, I can't. Like, you gotta pick a lane, brother, because you're like fence sitting right through the middle of it, okay?
And I don't play them. And
It more or less kicked off Stellar Blade. Oh, okay. All right. That's the crazy stuff is like the performative outrage at Stellar Blade was really funny because like I obviously have played Nikke, right? And I knew exactly what I was getting with Stellar Blade. To be honest, Stellar Blade is kind of not as sexual when you play it. Obviously Eve has like the tightest leather on, but it really isn't as sexual as Nikke is, you know, if that makes sense.
that's not what I want to see in gaming. Then I had a bunch of people who, you know, because that's the thing. I went from being canceled from one group of people to making new friends to these new friends now.
Yeah, it's nobody's complaining about hot women in games. That's so stupid. There is definitely like a stringent of people, but as time goes on and the more the internet is used as a psychological torture device by the apparent bad actors, I am beginning to think that maybe some of these things are fabricated by governments across the world. I know that sounds insane. Could you imagine if Gamergate was like propagated by Mossad agents? That would be crazy.
Now turning on me, because that's the thing. Content creators are like snakes. Most of them are. Like, they don't care anything for just some clicks. Anything for some clicks and some views. So they will turn on people. So the amount of people who actually have your back is so few and far between. And that's the thing, is the Quartering had my back. He stayed a loyal friend. And that's how he is with his friends. He stayed a loyal friend, had my back when I had...
Guys, the Quartering is really loyal. He will bail out a guy who's accused of assault.
Goonergate was when the online rights split against each other over Gooner stuff. Primarily over the first Descendant. The Stellar Blade stuff was separate and was the normal internet argument about a super sexy woman in a video game that isn't an icon for lesbians/J.
Oh, okay. Also, Axis, thank you for the 100. Holy shit. Holy shit. Bro is giving me he's an oiler, brother. But yeah, I mean, you know what? I think that the lesbians in the chat could learn to love Bayonetta and Eve kissing each other on the mouth. You know, I think they would enjoy that. You know, Bayonetta is obviously the top in that relationship. It's not even up for discussion. So I do think we can reach a compromise here. But yeah, it being over the first Descendant is actually crazy. Because I've played the first Descendant. I've played about 8 hours of it. It fucking sucks. It's bad. Okay, game dead. Game dead. Nexon did not support it. Also game bad. Game run bad. Nothing to do in it. Okay? And a story, doggy doo-doo ass. Okay? Super boring. Alright, nobody gives a fuck about the first Descendant story. We just want to unlock the Gooner skin and then not play. Because there's nothing to do in it. It's bad. It's really bad.
Mob after mob go against me for stupid stuff. People lying on me, people making stuff up, all kinds of stuff. And so whenever, literally the best friend I've ever made in this space, because after that first...
You know what's really funny about this? It's almost like Melanie Mac is trying to justify to herself why she needs to stay friends with the Quartering. Right? If the Quartering doesn't represent your values and your values matter that much to you, then you shouldn't be friends with the Quartering. But she feels indebted to him, so she's trying to like square this circle of I'm indebted to the Quartering, but I don't want to support his bad behavior. But I can't say that. Yeah, you gotta pay for it.
Time where I got canceled and like I wasn't...
Jeremy is gay. Beckett is so right. I am... He would make a great gay bear. Maybe him and his wife are in like one of those beard relationships, you know, and they're both exploring each other's fantasies.
doing mainstream stuff in the gaming industry anymore because I said the things I wasn't allowed to say. I spoke against the things I wasn't allowed to speak out.
To be clear, this lady gave up her bag in the game industry to just say the F slur. Okay? There is no larger theory behind that. She just fucked a bag so she could say the F slur in her Nissan Altima. Whose fault is that? You could have held all of those crazy wackadoo beliefs, shut up, made the bag, walked away, and then run for Congress and be a chud congressperson like Marty O'Donnell. Okay? Which, by the way, in case you didn't know, Marty O'Donnell, composer.
Will you ever talk about old tabletop YouTubers on LD? I was introduced to tabletop by Spoonie with his Counter Monkeys series, and I'm curious what your opinions on his advice or other early content.
That's a really fun idea, actually. I'm sure that I will have them write that in, but we would need to do research for that episode. We have a whole list. We have like a list of like 67 episodes right now. So we'll see. We'll add it to the list.
Yes. I didn't get the COVID jab, all this and that. And so
I didn't get the COVID jab. It's times like this. Is it wrong to wish death on somebody? Can I do that? Has Melanie Mac crossed that bridge? Is it okay for me to say, like, man, I wish you had a loved one die to COVID or something? Like, no, yes, no, or yes. Like, it's like, I want a power. Can I have a power? I want the power to be able to go up to Melanie Mac like this and touch her on the forehead, right? And when I touch her on the forehead, she lives a completely separate life. And in that life, the thing that she, like, decries is the thing that happens to her. It's like, boom, I touch Melanie Mac on the head, and all of a sudden, she lives an entire life with gender dysphoria in the blink of an eye. Right? And then she's like standing in front of me and she's like, oh fuck, I learned my lesson. Right? Or like I could go like this. And then like I have Melanie Mac live a life where her parents died prematurely to COVID. Right? Or I touch her on the forehead and Melanie Mac lives her life as a closeted gay woman. But she can't ever act on it because of her devout Christian values. Right? So that way nothing bad happens to her. I just make her live the experience, right? Diesel, that's cruel. Yeah, I didn't say it was nice. It was called I'm teaching you a lesson, okay? Fucking Captain Planet would be doing that weekly in the 80s and nobody batted an eye because he was doing it over recycling, okay? But the second I want to do it over social issues, they're like, whoa. Making somebody live through the Fallout experience in Captain Planet is okay, but the second that Melanie Mac has to experience empathy for gay people, that's a problem. This is just the plot of A Christmas Carol. Fuck you, you're right. Fuck you. Do you think she'd learn her lesson, though? If you had to live 80 years as somebody else in the blink of an eye, I think you would learn a thing or two. I think something would happen, All right, let me go turn on my AC because I'm sweating my balls off. I'll be right back. Let me turn on the piss music. I'll be right back. Maybe I am a little high from all the Dayquil. I am kind of feeling a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I can't find piss music right now. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. I'll be right back. It's Dayquil. It's Dayquil. Yeah. I'm not drinking NyQuil because I'd be falling asleep. Yeah, I'd be falling asleep. You probably just have a fever, big dog. Loopy from illness. No, I actually don't have a fever. I always seem to run cold and I never get fevers, you know. That's the problem. Diesel sleep stream. I would never. I wouldn't say I would never. I don't live in a setting where that is feasible in this current society, you know. Let's stop getting distracted and visualizing an experience where we torture Melanie Mac and instead actually watch what she has to say.
It was like I went from mainstream gaming industry stuff to independent content creator.
Okay, never mind. She kind of sounds felted, not gonna lie.
Get well soon, Diesel.
Dude, I'm hoping. Guys, we're almost like halfway to the goal. That once we hit 500, I will be able to pay Mishi for a new starting soon. Which, you know, we've already worked out the idea for what it is, but that is actually mad sick. But yeah, that 500 will be going to her once it happens.
It's fully independent. And this very channel, I started it because the Quartering mentored me, and he told me.
The Quartering mentored me? God damn. Darth Sidious helping Darth Butter get her fucking red lightsaber.
He's like, you need to start a commentary channel.
Oh, I need to change oh yeah, you guys get your fucking Minecraft now too? So true, so true. Hold on. And I'm muted. My stupid chud ass was muted. There we go. Never mind. Apparently, I just turned the entire thing into that. Professional streamer. There we go. Well, we fixed that. Dude, what the fuck? Did I delete this by accident? Oh no, I just have many windows. There we go. God damn, that was taking forever. There we go, I fixed it. Our streamer is dumb. Yeah, no shit.
This would be great for you. And like, he helped me when I first started it. He made a video shouting it out. Like, and
she's a personification of pick me. Well, the fat Quartering fucking picked her, so she was the pick me who was picked. What can we say? She is what we claim her to be.
I wouldn't be where I am now in this space if it wasn't for the Quartering.
That's a darn shame. It's a darn shame. Hey guys, if you had the power to looper, if you could looper, would you looper the Quartering?
So yeah, you're talking about the best friend I've made in this space and telling me
the best friend I've made in this space. Dude, if your best friend is like a bad person, it's like, oh, like I don't understand why you're like, listen, other people are snakes, but I'm not a snake. Even if this guy was bad, I wouldn't leave his side. No, if he's bad, your values should come first. You're a Christian creator. If quartering doesn't uphold the Christian values that you find so important, and he breaks them so abhorrently that he is very clearly living like a sinner's lifestyle, you shouldn't look the other way because he's your friend. You should be like yelling at him and being like, I'm so disappointed in my friend. I don't understand. Like, are you fucking stupid? What, do your Christian values stop when the guy gave you a big paycheck? That's like the antithesis of this, okay? Judas betrayed Jesus for like 30 pieces of silver, or 30 or 40, right? That's not a lot. That's not a lot. That was the point, is that Judas betrayed the trust of Jesus for such a small pittance of money, okay? And when he betrayed Jesus for that small pittance of money, he was so guilt-ridden about it that he killed himself, okay? Like, the point of this is that your morals should be stronger, because if not, you'll wreck your life.
And trying to say that I'm uncomfortable or that I have any issue with him, but poor me, I can't speak out. First of all, I'm a grown woman. If I wanted to speak out against somebody, I would.
A grown woman, but you got that choker on? Girl, what you saying? What you saying? What you saying?
But obviously, that's not the situation here. That's just a bunch of lies. Everything saying that he's making me uncomfortable, this, that, it's a bunch of lies. And so people want to bring up the fact that because I'm co-hosting with him on his show, that, oh, well, she's on his payroll, so she's not going to say anything.
No shit. No, you're, first of all, this is like proving a negative. So by you doing this, you're only reaffirming people's assumptions about you by defending him, okay? So you've already proven their point. Like, you're doing exactly what dude, fucking, I think if I hit a ball from Melody Mack, she would think it fucking disappeared, okay? Shit. I'll be able to pull all kinds of tricks on this lady, because apparently she's got the brain of a fucking walnut.
It's like, I have been in the...
Don't be dissing Goss now, Diesel. They're an endangered species. I touch grass, Artemis. I can tell you that they are alive and well. They just make more money now.
Space of like content creation, and I have what, 15 plus years, how long, 15 years of experience.
15 years of experience? So then why are you making day one mistakes, girl? Okay? If you've been saying that you're playing in the ranked league, why are you fucking bronze 2? I thought you were supposed to be grandmaster right now.
In the mainstream gaming industry, I've been on television, I've done all kinds of stuff, and I've made a lot of money.
Okay. All right. Dude, you're so fucking felted. Holy shit. Guys, you gotta understand that I'm not on the take for the quartering because I'm rich. Girl, you could be infinitely wealthy. That number could go up forever. You're telling me that you've just decided that you don't care about the money? Come on. Come on. Are we fucking for real right now? Diesel, what's your opinion on the recent drama of the fetishization of goth culture? I think I talked about it on a previous stream. We keep running back like the same thing. These are grown women. If they want to film videos where they're dressed up like goth McDonald's, they can do that, okay? Goth culture has always been like intertwined with like fetish stuff, right? That's not to say that the act of being goth in and of itself is like a fetish, but to say that this is like a new thing is ridiculous, because the stuff people were wearing in the 2000s was sometimes a mix of like black clothes they got from like Kohl's and BDSM harnesses that they got off of fucking Yahoo instant messaging, fucking shopping, like instant messengers. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Goss need to stop being hot then. Yeah, so true. She's focusing on becoming a grand wizard, not a grand master. Yeah, I guess. I don't think they would allow her in. I don't think they'd allow her in.
And I was smart with it. I didn't go spend it on Lamborghinis and stuff.
No, the only reason people are having a discussion about goth and punk and all that stuff being like fetishized is because nobody's having fucking sex anymore, right? So like now people go on the internet and they perform the act of saying that they have libido and are capable of having sex, but nobody has sex. People don't, well, nobody's fucking anymore, okay? Guys, Fauci wasn't even fucking. He was just picking up Discord kittens. What does that tell you?
I saved my money and I invested my money. So
she saved her money and invested her money, chat. Can we see her portfolio? What's her return look like? Dude, I'm gonna look at her Robinhood portfolio over its entire lifetime, and I'm gonna be like, damn, that shit red.
a situation where I don't have to be on a podcast.
Diesel, sex is expensive. It's never been easier to get laid, okay? At least Pharaoh was fucking Nani. Yeah, but Pharaoh was fucking Nani, and Nani was thinking about me, so what's that say? What's that say, you know?
To pay my bills. I appreciate it, and it's nice, but I don't have to have it. I don't have to do content creation.
Yeah, petition for her to go on Caleb Hammer's show. Dude, I would love to see what her portfolio looking like these days. What is the Melanie Mac investment portfolio? Could you imagine that Melanie Mac is like a sleeper hitter? Okay, and she's outperforming Pelosi.
My husband does well.
Nani was also thinking about Fauci, apparently. Yeah, I found that out at like 3 or 4 days ago. Everybody, apparently my entire mod team was a polycule and I didn't even know it.
He could take care of us on his own if he wanted. Like, I could be a full-time housewife and not have to do any of this.
Oh my god, you could be a full-time housewife and not have to do any of this? You should do that. You should get back in the kitchen. Petition to get Melanie back in the kitchen this instant.
But I like to do
Diesel got Riz. Bro, just talk to a woman like a person. It's actually that easy. It's actually that easy.
It's fun. It's like I started before monetization was even a thing on YouTube, and I still do this stuff because it's fun and I like it. And yeah, it's fun to make money too. I still like making money, but
I love money, but I am not compromised. Okay, all right. All right, you gotta pick one, all right? You can't pick both, lady.
not behold.
I'm not included in a polycule. Do not put me on that evil. I joined no polycule.
To the quartering because he pays me to be on his podcast. So this whole narrative that like
I am not beholden to the quartering, but I do like money. Oh my god.
oh she would be she's uncomfortable with him.
Wow, she's so real and in no way a knockoff shoe on head. That is very true. That is very true. Dare I say it, Shoes aged more gracefully than Melanie Mac. It feels like Melanie Mac is chasing after the being like she was like Melanie Mac feels like she was raised as like a very like Christian child, right? With the typical like trappings that have come with that from that time, right? But now she sees people like Shoe on Head and desperately wants to be and dress like them. Like it really does feel like a LARP with how she dresses, because she has a poster of My Chemical Romance in the back of her room, and it's just like, what did you not like? You've listened to those albums, like you shouldn't agree with those albums based on your beliefs. You know, like a lot of that should stand against you. Like at most, she should be listening to fucking Skillet. At least Shoe married a real Christian nationalist. Also, she actually decided to get pregnant and barefoot. Melody is LARPing. Oh, shit. You've been digging, huh? Oh, boy. Scary. Yeah, MCR would hate her. Dude, she would have the concept of Gerard Way would be an issue for her. I don't even understand. Call me. Oh boy. You know it's a crazy day when Beckett's like, call him. Skillet jump scare.
Hey, husband.
Oh, hello, Beckett.
Hello. So you're talking about Melanie Mac?
Yeah, yes, I am.
I had to come by.
Yes.
Bro, this chick is fucking crazy.
What are you teasing right now? Is the thing you're like dropping nuggets right now, and it's like, what's going on?
Bro, I'm not kidding. She in 2000. So how much of Shu's history do you know?
Literally like none of it, other than that she was in some like freaky BDSM relationship with what's his face.
Okay. With Almond Scatter, yeah. So do you know who Boxy is? I'm assuming you know who Boxy is.
I know who Boxy is. Yes. I am Unk.
Okay. So Shu, basically, like Null had a good stream on this. But basically, Shu, when she first started, was like Jersey Shore kind of character, and then then Boxy happened, and Shu basically stole Boxy's personality. Melanie Mac basically is like the same thing. In 2009, she's basically just Boxy.
I'm surprised
like
Shu
she's a
even still
Boxy
puts
gamer
videos
girl.
out. If she was really faithful
and
to her
her
husband.
history is fucking bizarre. I did put out a tweet earlier, which is just like her through the time. So it's like her earliest vlog, and then it's her barking as like a dog at one point on a stream, and now onto this like kind of right wing Christian super grift.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, what? She was barking like a dog?
Yeah, go bring up my Twitter.
Yeah, that took me a second. Hold on. Let's see.
Share your screen with me. I'll walk you through it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do that right now.
God, doesn't even read my Twitter. So
I'm literally like, you know what's funny? I don't get much commentary stuff on my Twitter. It's like,
it's fine. I managed to. This actually ended up trending because of this tweet. I'm pretty proud. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it.
And then, boom. Well, let me lower the quality, otherwise the stream's gonna crash.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Discord. Okay, so go to the first. We'll just do it clip by clip. Go to the first clip.
We'll go clip by clip. Okay. So this one right here.
My name is.
Wait a second.
My
What the
name
fuck?
is Melanie.
She's doing the Boxy voice too.
She's doing the Boxy voice. She's
What
like
the fuck?
completely
My
emulating
name
it.
is
It's
Boxy.
fucking great.
Literally
so I am
doing
Boxy,
that.
you see? Yeah, she even does the weird squinty eye thing.
And this is my first blog, and I thought a good subject for that would be a little bit about me, my blog about me. So I'm very excited about that, and I hope that you enjoy it. I guess I'll start off.
This bitch doesn't blink.
She doesn't. I was gonna say, damn, she got some big eyes in this, but it's
She's like fucking actually terrifying. It's insane. It's actually insane, bro.
Oh my god, it's crazy how much she's skinwalking that right now. What the fuck?
Introducing myself, my name is Melanie, as I said before. I'm 22 years old, and I have a lot of hobbies and a lot of things that interest me.
Dude, being a women online in the early 2000s would be like, I am a woman with hobbies.
Yeah, it's so basically she started as this gamer girl thing. She worked a bit with Ubisoft, and she was also like the voice for GameStop at one point.
Really?
Her career is fucking weird, man. Like legitimately weird. But go to the next clip.
Oh boy. Dude, Beckett is falling out of his chair at this.
Dude, I can't. I watched it like so many times. She did like this ASMR thing, and then she like did the beginning. Hey guys, this is my ASMR.
So that's her ASMR.
And then like just like gives up after like 5 seconds. She just starts barking like a fucking dog.
Dude, fucking. Dude, undiagnosed ADHD and its consequences. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It almost seems very stupid to say. Her barking is really bad. I've seen better puppy girls in my day. She can't even pull that off, dude. Holy shit. Is this just 37 seconds of her being a dog?
I'm making weird noises. Yes, it is.
Dude, you're trying to lay down for sleep at night. Let me put on my favorite ASMR streamer. Woof, 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 woof. I wouldn't be able to get a lick of sleep. Okay. So is this the next one when she turns? So
yeah.
So like 2020 is when she just goes into the grift. Is that?
So but even in 2021, she's still like pro LGBT. Hold on,
Okay.
I've still got like because she was like an LGBT advocate, like not advocate, but she was like standard lib gamer girl. Like gay people are fine. Gay people are based. I don't know what you're talking about. And then she gets divorced.
Oh boy, many such cases.
And she goes fucking crazy, bro. Like she goes actually insane.
Mm-hmm. I would divorce her too if she was barking like that at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. She's getting all the dogs to the yard, dude.
Just wanted to catch up with you all, give you an update about what's been going on with my life because a lot of stuff has changed. I am sick and tired of seeing everywhere people celebrating butthole stuff. Butthole month. A whole month for butthole month. Just wanted to...
Excuse me? She's really mad about butt stuff, dude. What?
So like it's really a few people have pointed out like in Twitter, it's like 10 to 15 years. Of course she's changed. Like people change, sure, but you don't go through like a normal human being doesn't go through these kind of fucking arcs without some serious fucking trauma happening to them.
Yeah.
So I am fascinated as what's happened to this chick. Because
Yeah.
she's like gone completely fucking crazy.
Yeah, Q in the chat, there's long-standing rumors that her ex-husband left her because he came out as gay. I could see that making her like...
I've seen that, though he does seem to be like... I think he actually left her for a younger woman from some of the pictures I've seen.
Okay. I feel like that
he
would
did
have made
cheat
her
on her,
woker,
apparently.
you know? I feel like everything you're showing me here is like, this is a woman primed to go peak woke. You know?
Yeah,
it's
like
just...
peak feminist and kind of things. But
Yeah,
she's always
yeah.
been... Seemingly, she's always had pretty strong opinions. This surprised me to discover. She seems to have always had pretty strong anti-Gooner opinions.
Yeah. The butthole
like
stuff
she had
is
this...
a real tough one, you know?
Well, she had a controversy last year where she was like anti overly sexualized characters in gaming.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, well, this is part of grift. But actually, she was talking about this a little bit back in like, I think like 2010s. About, because she's a massive like Tomb Raider player.
Yeah.
It's really hard to nail down though. There are a lot of weird posts from her. Like there's quite a lot of stuff about how she's also attracted to women. Like she's bisexual, but maybe she's not. I think she's just desperate for male attention.
Yeah,
I think that's my overall read.
I could see that. The anti-Gooner stuff is always very strange because if she's like a big fan of Lara Croft, you can't untie Lara Croft from being a sex icon. Like she is quite literally a real 90s sex icon. So the fact that she has an issue with that is like, well, your favorite game is that. Like I don't even know how you square that circle and then also get annoyed about the new version of Lara Croft.
Yeah, which is trying to like, I don't know, be the empowering feminist shit, which was very weird. But yeah, like I'm probably gonna do a video now. I think my next video is probably Melanie Mac.
Thank God, finally another Becca video that I can sit here and chair react to.
Glad I could help. Yeah, no, I've just been digging through it, and it's just like bro, some of this shit's weird. There's a video like so before this, she was probably best known before like all this shit. She was best known as like the GameStop girl, or she had like a reaction video that she did where she unboxed an Xbox One, and it is if I have to hear the word like super awesome, like again, I'll kill myself. It's unwatchable. She wears the like packaging as a hat.
Yeah.
She's fucking insufferable gamer girl, like cringe.
Mm-hmm. I am not surprised.
But yeah, now she's doing this whole kind of Crisis King kind of shit. But basically, yeah, it just seems like she hit her late 30s when, oh shit, I don't have any children. My husband's left me. And then went completely fucking crazy. I think that's probably the best way to explain Melanie Mac. Like in a sentence, it's the best way to explain Melanie Mac.
I would not be surprised if that's the over-under on her with that. You know, because it does seem like, yeah, if there was the divorce and she never remarried.
Well, she's recently got remarried, and she's pretty cringe about it. She's like super wifey woman. Like, oh my god, I love my husband so much. He's so amazing.
All right, well, Miss Christian, when you get pregnant for him, you already work from home. You can
40,
be barefoot all the time. I mean, she probably could. I don't know. They put a turkey baster up there, right?
There is no way this chick is having children.
You're leaving me hanging with that generational comedy, dude.
She's gonna get a cat, dude. She'll be fine. Yeah, no, I genuinely think she's really creepy. To be honest, there's something fucking wrong with this chick.
You think you think she's creepy?
Yeah, I think Melanie Mac is creepy.
What is creepy about her? She's like fucking 120 pounds soaking wet.
I think I think she is like I don't know how to put it. There's like nothing behind the eyes. There's nothing there.
Okay.
Like those are the eyes of somebody who's like she's sort of like she's got the eyes of a woman who would find a dead homeless man and try and explain video games to him for approval.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
Yes. She's just not quite right.
I think she's
not
just
quite
like
right, bro.
I think she's just maybe doesn't realize that she's disabled. That's what it seems like to me. Because the way she talks about things, it like doesn't sound like there's a like the gears aren't turning in her head, you know?
Yeah, I mean she comes across as fairly thick. I don't know. Is that unfair? Is that unkind?
Yeah, I guess that is. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good way to put it. You know, it just feels like if I were to describe like really basic concepts to her, like I don't know, like she talks about having invested her money. If I tried to like explain fucking, I don't know, compounding interest, she would have like her brain would set on fire, smoke would come out her ears.
I feel like if you were a male friend of hers and you tried to explain stuff to her, she'd smile and nod at you and agree with everything you said. Regardless of what you said. You could literally be like, okay, well, here's how compounding interest works. Okay, so you go to a bakery and like bread is baked in a bakery and they use the metric of how much bread is baked per day to calculate interest rates. I feel like you could say that to her as a man and she'd agree with you and just smile and nod. She wouldn't even question it.
But if you were a woman, she would get into work with you? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I'm trying to find anyone she's had long-term friendships with, but it seems like a lot of her old friends were like one of her old friends seems to have been a lesbian. She at one point set up a girl Overwatch team. I'm trying to work out what the fuck happened with that. So like, she used to be like typical girl gamer. I think also what we're looking at is the like dire consequence of being a pick-me into your 40s.
Yeah, because she doesn't really have any female friends. And I mean, I guess you don't need to have female friends, but she doesn't have a single one that I know of. And I feel like by now you would know all the, extended universe characters, but it's like usually her and like Razor Fist or Styx Hammer or the Quartering. It's just gross guys with bad facial hair.
What the fuck happened to Razor Fist, man? Razor Fist used to be cool.
Listen, I feel like this is how you could debate.
Are you gonna disagree with me?
No. Well, like, was he cool, or were we just like in a different place in our lives? because so many of those like guys fighting the social justice warriors turned out to be giga cringe. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so Razor Fist like was smart and had a particular vibe. He was clearly well read in comparison to a lot of the other anti-SJW people. Then again, he did name his dog Cicero, so maybe that was a sign. But yeah, fuck, maybe. But yeah, he's it's interesting watching who's not coming out to attack Quartering. I think one thing that sort of surprised me, and it's certainly surprising a couple of other people, is that Jim hasn't said anything about this Quartering shit. Because not only does he hate Jeremy, he's like just said nothing. Of all the people who you'd expect to jump on this immediately would be Medica.
That's true. Maybe just
And he's tweeting about other stuff.
Oh, he's tweeting about other stuff? Interesting. Huh. Yeah, I mean, this seems like prime Jeremy content, and he's freaking out in a way that indicates that Kino Casino is on something pretty fucking hilarious. So the fact that it hasn't happened there is kind of crazy.
I mean, I think there's definitely more to this bull thing than just Jeremy being cut. I mean, I think Jeremy's a repressed homosexual.
Well, okay, so you know what's funny is that I said that on the last stream, and I hadn't seen your stream, and everybody was like, "Oh, fucking Beckett said the same thing. Nicholas Diorio said the same thing," and I'm like, "You can't." Did we all come to the same fucking conclusion with this? That it's actually that
yeah,
he's
there's no way
getting
Nick
plowed?
saw my fucking stream. Yeah, because I think there's something about this, and I was speaking to someone else, and they were like, I don't think necessarily Jeremy's the one being plowed, but their take was really interesting. They were like, maybe it's a middle ground thing where he is a repressed homosexual. He knows he's known he's been gay for years. That's why he's been drinking so heavily for years, and he feels really guilty because he's been married to his wife a long time. He can't, he doesn't know how to square this circle. And that's why he's bringing in cucks and supporting her fucking other men, because he doesn't, he can't do that anymore. And that's why he keeps buying her planes. And he's protecting this guy, not because he's fucking the bull, but because, it's like a guilt-ridden, he's a homosexual thing. Which I also think is possible. But there's definitely more to this. There is definitely more to this.
Could you imagine if he was just like, yep, I've been gay this whole time. Blow the lid off this. That would be the day. Holy shit.
That would be fucking incredible content, let's be honest.
He does talk about the two gay black dads thing. Maybe that was him kind of trying to reach out about it, when a guy thinks about dudes too much, it's kind of gay. Kind of gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's definitely something there. Absolutely. This Quartering is gay thing is definitely something. But I mean, I like hating on the Quartering, but I think Melanie Mack needs some attention. I think she's been around long enough. It's time for her to become a barefoot housewife. We need to get her there. We need to just help her.
We need to get her off of YouTube and into the kitchen, okay?
Yeah, bitch needs to make a sandwich, okay? I feel like this chick would feel a lot better if she was making sandwiches.
Holy shit.
Rather than trying to make YouTube videos, okay? And her YouTube videos are fucking unwatchable. She speaks like she's a retarded child.
Yes.
It's bizarre.
Yes, she does. She doesn't sound like she knows where she is. That's the thing. Every single fucking video, even when she's talking about the Quartering and coming to his defense, it sounds like she's lost. Okay, she actually doesn't know what happened.
yeah, people are always just trying to cancel me. Jeremy's been such a good friend to me over the years, and you know, the woke mob are constantly coming. I'm like, bro, I feel like there is a certain amount of time that has to pass after Gamergate where people need to stop doing this shit. Like, it's bizarre, bro. I didn't realize that like Dick Masterson was so done with like veto and stuff. I wonder whether this is like just the end. This is the end of the grift. We're finally going to get there because we've got fake Shoe on Head, Melanie Mac, and fake Tim Pool, the quartering, and they're both getting like fucking raped at the moment.
Dude, this is the death of Based. We're gonna witness the rebirth of woke. It's gonna happen, and it can either be really annoying. Let's not go too far. Who knows? Who knows, Beckett? Who knows? Anita Sarkeesian returns like Thanos, dude. It's gonna happen.
You know, apparently, like, Melanie Mac at one point actually got bullied by Anita Sarkeesian as well. I need to find out what the fuck happened, but
What
she's
the
had a
fuck?
clash with her. Yeah.
Boy, will Beckett finish this video? That is a question. Mally is dogging you in the chat, being like, Beckett never finishes his videos that he says he's going to do. I know Mally doesn't sound like that.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I'm hopefully gonna have it out by the end of the month.
Okay. I'm not gonna bet on that because if I do, then you're gonna just do it to spite me, and I don't want to give you money. But
No, I'll get started in the next few days.
Food shops win.
Fuck,
dude, you're developing.
When she's
a list.
interesting again. Okay.
When she's interesting again. This is why I don't promise anything anymore. Okay, I gotta keep those expectations low.
Yeah, when's your next video? What the fuck? Like, listen, I'm a little sub 10,000 sub Andy. Okay, I'm a little nobody.
Gives a fuck what I put out unless it's like super concurrent. All right, and I ain't going around chasing down no crazy shit anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the gay debate rape. I've already said this. If I make anything else, it's gonna be hella normie. All right. If
in the dark times. Yeah. When you putting out a Falgi video?
I am so fucking done with that, dude. I'm so fucking done with that. I have been polite and answered plenty of questions too, but I'm done. This is it. I've given so many.
I feel the same. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Fucking stupid idiot. Stupid fucking idiot.
But yeah, anyway, I'll let you get back to Melanie Mac. I'm glad I could show you the dog barking video.
Dude,
I need as many people to see this as possible.
It is actually crazy how bad she is at being a dog. Okay. I got a better dog in me than her, which is crazy. Actually, that's not surprising. What am I saying? But still. God. Fuck. Well, I gotta continue listening to her response as I talk about torturing her with the life of being a gay woman. So
based. All right. Love you, husband.
Right, I love you too. Look at that guy. Good guy, that guy. Who's a good boy to you? You are. Yes, you are. That's fucking crazy. Oh, let me read some of those super chats, guys. Sorry, I didn't wanna yap over Beckett. Oh, it's gonna read it for me. That's
just
crazy.
a bit of money for my sick twin. We can beat this. Purple heart emoji. The Nightmare Before Christmas poster gives away the Quirkshungus energy.
Listen, I think I gotta be honest. I think some girls that really like Nightmare Before Christmas got some crazy grip. On God. Like, for real, for real. Diesel lives a double life on WikiFeet. I don't think I'm on WikiFeet yet, but that's why you ain't gonna see those groupers for free, baby. For real, for real. I'm still surprised Shu even puts out videos. If she was really faithful to her husband, she would note that her husband or her dad can speak for her. Fuck. It's so sad these things are the way they are. I agree with you. These companies need to work on better representation and start letting their characters be gay, bi, pan, ace, etc. I've always had a crush on Chris Redfield, but I would 100% support him being gay. Dude, this was in 2020. Dude, the pandemic one-shotter, dude. Also, Chris Redfield being gay is crazy. Leon Kennedy being gay, 100% for it. But Chris Redfield, are you fucking... He is straight. Actually, I can see drawings of him that are not straight, but Leon Kennedy, okay, is clearly the one that we're gonna put through the gayification ray. Sneeko got jumped on video. Yeah, I saw that. Thank God. What happened to Jim Sterling? She is a woman now and still does the same thing. So I don't remember her name. It's Stephanie Sterling. Now, there we go. Leon Kennedy and Chris Redfield bisexuals. Chris Redfield is... Leon Kennedy, yes. He's bi, 100%. But Chris Redfield, I don't know about that. He's a full-blown gym bro gay. Oh, okay. So he's like, what, a circuit queen? So is Nathan Drake straight just for the sake of being straight? Newsflash, gay people exist, and it's a normal thing. There are a lot of games with straight couples, so you either have to be against all relationships in general or okay with them. Otherwise, you're just a bigot. Wow, this is crazy. That's crazy. That is very woke of her. Wasn't that long ago, dude. 2018 was not that long ago. Same thing for the 2020. What about Alan from Smiling Friends? What if he's bi? No, he's canonically shipped with that one fan.
But she can't speak out because, like, she needs the money. That's bogus. Like, I am good. God has blessed me. And
God has blessed me. Girl, you are an agent of Satan. You worship the devil. Okay? You worship a false idol.
God has blessed my husband, and God has blessed us together. So that's not even the case.
Dude, a girl being someone as much of a pick-me as her being like, God has blessed me, gives me the energy of like that girl on your Facebook friends list that's in an MLM marketing scheme with the terrible box die, okay? And husband who drives a lifted Ford F-350 pickup, okay? That is who she is.
So it's just absurd. It's insanity. But honestly, I think a lot of it is people are getting some clicks, people are getting some views, and right now in the content creation space and on YouTube, we had an algorithm change that happened several months ago or so, a year maybe tops, but
nobody has any idea what they're fucking talking about when they say shit like that. I will say I did see like a talk from like an engineer at Google on how they like designed a system and how it works. It's very interesting, but like when they talk about algorithm change, they're like, what they're really saying is, I don't get views anymore. That's because the algorithm changed. No. If you and all the other grifters make the same type of video, right? The one who is rewarded is the quickest, right? Because they set the standard. So the views get sent to that one grifter that was faster than everyone else. And the closer in similarity your video is to that other grifter, the less traction it'll get.
Every girlie who claims she's the best thing to ever happen to a guy when the only thing said guy has to remember her is the scars.
I will answer that in a second. But like there's like a bias that happens where if you're too close to the original video in idea, then you won't be rewarded with the views and attention. Right? And if they overlap completely, you don't get any views, right? So those AI generated TikToks you see, there's like one with 1 million views and then a bunch of people doing the same thing with less views. That's because they got there first and everybody else is too close to the original. So it shows the original and then these guys get left making less. She's literally every girlie who claims she's the best thing to ever happen to a guy when the only thing said guy has to remember is, yeah. Like, she's clearly got some seriously heinous baggage that she lets seep out through her soul.
Around that time, and people are still trying to figure it out because, you know, for a lot of channels, and a lot of the channels that are doing this, the algorithm changed from what it was before. That used to be really good on it. And so these style of channels, the social commentary style of channels, things have changed a lot. And so whenever they find something that's working, or they roll with it. And so right now,
So, guys, social commentary from Kino Casino. Okay. That's what we're calling it?
it's trendy to hate on the quartering, and I think it's dumb. And I think, honestly, I think a lot of it is it's some cheap clicks right now. But also, it's just after Jeremy came to Christ.
After Jeremy came to Christ, you sound like fucking Firecracker. You sound like a character in The Boys. Are you fucking for real?
The attacks on him have gotten greater, and I've seen this as I started.
As you go towards Christ, the agents of Satan come to attack you. Is that it? You know you can be religious without being a piece of shit. That's like actually a thing you can do. Maybe it's just that you're breaking the social contract by being rude to strangers. Did you ever think of that? Do you ever think that if you walk down the street and say mean things to people, people will say mean things back? Like, are you fucking stupid? Do you go outside is the question. Have you had interactions with people on a daily basis? Do you have friends who have normal lives and jobs and participate in society in a functional manner that contributes to the betterment of society in any way? Do you do that? Because I don't think you do.
Expressing my faith in Christ, as I started sharing the word of God, as I started speaking out against sin, the attacks on me ramped up to a crazy degree.
Again, guys, she's like, I spoke out against sin. When she went and she was like, F slur, F slur, F slur. That's what she did. She's like, I don't care, F slur. And she's like, why is everybody booing me? If I walked into the street and I just yelled the N-word, what the fuck do you think is gonna happen? What? You're treating it like some strange occurrence, but the chain of causality exists here. This isn't a religious war. This is just you don't understand that you can't walk around yelling slurs at people. You can think those people are slurs. You can say that in the privacy of your own home. You can do that. I'm not saying that, but you're not immune to the consequences of saying slurs in public. Like, I'm not even saying you need to change your beliefs, but it's just that you seem to not realize that your beliefs, right? When you say them, people will be mad, right? If I said right now, I think dumb whores like Melanie Mack should not have any right to speak, she might get mad at something like that. Now, obviously, I don't believe that, right? Obviously, I don't believe that. But if she got mad about that, she could be like, oh, well, I get performatively mad about it. Okay? Like, I don't... Like, it's like, this isn't even hard to understand. Again, like, guys, it doesn't even need to be a slur. What if you ran out into the street and just started screaming at the top of your lungs? What if you just started doing that? What if you just started screaming? Do you think people would react normally to that? No. People don't go around in regular day-to-day life saying swear words, let alone slurs.
Crazy. And so now that Jeremy is like new to the faith.
Is he new to the faith? I feel like he's been Christian for years. When do you transfer from like new Christian to Christian prestige? What if you got on stream and barked like a dog badly? Some of you freaks might actually like if I did that.
We're
Puerto Rican pyro, that's crazy. Do not. Puerto Rican pyro, I'm gonna fucking explode.
Seeing the attacks on him grow at a level it's never been before, and I'm truly convinced that it's because
he's not new to the faith.
At the root of it, it's because he came to Christ, and that's the thing. They hated Christ, so they hate Christ.
They hate it for whoa, hold on. Are you seriously making a comparative analogy between the quartering and Christ? You know, when I think of warriors and saints in God's stead, I think of St. Thomas Aquinas. I think of St. Paul, John the Baptist, and Jeremy Hambley. I'm sorry, but a lot of these guys did faithful work without any reward. And many of them were literally crucified and or flayed alive and or murdered before their time. Jeremy Hambley makes YouTube videos. He's not even a motherfucking Teresa. Motherfucking Teresa is a crazy one, but for real. No, Puerto Rican Pyro is Scarlet Reaper. Yeah. Yeah. Like I always said, we probably should have relitigated that Pyro stuff, but you know. It is what it is.
In you, if Christ is in you, they're gonna...
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't like a fucking a gooner, I guess, right?
I hate you too.
Do you think Jeremy watches The Faithful Sheriff unironically? Nah, I don't think he does.
And I think that's a huge part of what's going on. But
yeah, Jeremy is a lot like... Yeah, but St. Thomas Aquinas was never under attack by YouTube. We cannot even compare Jeremy's actions to that of Jesus at all.
I'm really proud of Jeremy I'm just really proud of him. I've seen so much growth in him, and I'm very happy to be his friend. And
Not one soup kitchen have these people entered. Yeah, for real. You know it. Holy shit.
will be a loyal friend to him. So regardless whether I'm on his show or not. So people are still gonna lie. People are gonna still...
Dude, she's got like the 1 HP voice in this. Are you serious?
Say this, that, or the other. I don't care. I'm telling the truth, and people are gonna believe whatever they want. So it is what it is. But all I've got to say is all these lies about me, anything involving me, is just dumb. And you just see it. You can hear straight from the horse's mouth right now. Those are lies.
Well, I wouldn't call you a horse, Melanie. I would call you more like a donkey or pig. You know, like a horse is reserved for very specific types of people, but you know, if that's what you feel you are, you're allowed to be that, you know.
And stupid.
Sure, Thomas Aquinas done a lot, but has he ever had internet detractors?
The concept of thinking like Italian like oligarchy or like Roman legionnaires are equivalent to internet detractors. You know, the quartering and Jesus have a lot in common. Jesus was crucified. Who crucified him? The Jews. Whoa. Jesus was crucified by the Romans. The quartering was crucified in the comment section of youtube.com. Yeah, those are a lot alike when you think about it. You know, when Jesus was on the cross, people said a lot of mean things to him too. And now the quartering is on his proverbial cross, and people are saying a lot of mean things to him. Makes you think, chat. Makes you think.
What it is it's people who...
He was crucified by both the Jews and the Romans. Yes, but make no mistake, the Jews were second-class citizens of the Roman Empire. They worshipped a faith that was not the like state-mandated faith. Anybody that was not a part of the Roman religion was seen as like a dissident, and that was something that they sought out to crush deliberately because it broke social cohesion in the empire. And that is how they exhibited their control, is by putting those things down, because a lot of those people would meet in secret and then start to plot to break away from the empire.
Who are being very vicious, because these people say these things because they want to ruin friendships between...
Jesus never had to answer to the bull allegations, I'm just saying. When is Mary going to address the Immaculate Conception allegations? Who is going to write a Google Doc on this? Okay, I need a docu right now on the Immaculate Conception. Can somebody address the Mary Magdalene in the room? That's really the question. The courting walks into an inn and hands the innkeeper 3 nails and asks, "Can you put me and the bull up for the night?" One guy turned water into wine. One guy turned Bud Light into piss. Not so different. Not so different. Makes you think. Makes you think. Diesel whipping out the Catholic school education. If there's one thing I can be pedantic about, it is religion and the Roman Empire. Okay? Those are my things, okay? I could have chose to be a World War II Andy or a Roman Empire Andy. I chose Roman Empire Andy.
People, whenever they find a target, someone they don't like, they want to ruin their life, and so they're trying.
Dude, when is somebody gonna make a clay tablet on the? Somebody gonna make a clay tablet on the crucifixion allegations? You know, we canceled Jesus, and he came back 3 days later. I'm just saying, apology accepted. Yeah, Jesus was considered like he was a serious political threat. Like, that is why they had him killed. This guy is out here giving free bread and fish to thousands of people. We can't have that in our Roman Empire. All right? I had the scribes cook up this mean stone tablet. All right? We're going to put that on a piece of parchment, and we're going to send a falcon all the way to all the way to Gaul, okay? We're going to make sure people know that there's a problem with that, okay? From Gaul to Persia, they're all going to know, all right? Jesus walked through the desert, but the quartering couldn't even make it to the bathroom. Pick up Jesus on the thumbnail. He's finished. To be for real, I think it was where he claimed to be king of the bread. So we're doing a thing called a bit right now. We're canceling him, okay? He got the ultimate community guidelines strike. Fuck. Yeah, but then his ban was reversed 3 days later. Amen. Am I right, guys? Oh, shit. Yeah, man. It's hard. Jesus had to walk 40 days through the desert with no food and drink. Jeremy had to walk to the bathroom after taking a drink. Many such cases when you think about it. You know, basically the same thing. The implication that Rome was just really anti-bread. No. Rome is really anti-free food. How are they going to get their tithes if Jesus is making untaxed bread? Just saying. Just saying. Oh my god. Mary responds to the allegations, and it's not good. Oh my god. Dude, have you guys been watching Emperor Nero's streams? I mean, he's honestly kind of off the rails. You know, at first I was like, I kind of like what this guy is doing. You know, while Rome is burning, he's really saying, you know, let's just party and play the fiddle. And then, like a few days later, he brings a donkey into the Senate? What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? I thought we have all these checks and balances. It's crazy. Politicians, am I right? Oh shit. God, what's another one? Eventually we're gonna have to talk about the rigged David versus Goliath fight. Yeah, that was a crazy one. That was a crazy one. I can't believe that happened. Really. Also, can we talk about the elephant in the room? Right? Because Abraham almost killed his son Isaac. You know? And we're supposed to just forgive him for that? Like, we got to really be asking the question, has he changed? You know, and I just, it's kind of hard because, despite contrary to popular belief, Isaac was like a 40-year-old man when he was being threatened by his father. So that was like kind of strange. Honestly, maybe Isaac kind of had it coming. Have we ever thought of that? I don't want to victim blame. Diesel is fair. But can we address that Isaac just maybe is like kind of a fucking idiot? Oh shit. God, this is if you think about it, Melody Mac is kind of like Paul to the quarterings Jesus. Yeah, but Isaac didn't have two black dads. Abraham was immortal, by the way, or he lived a really long time. We're talking like hundreds of years, right? Yeah, who's gonna win, Cain versus Abel? My money's on Cain. He's got that dog in him. Unlike Melody Mac, she don't got that dog in him. Granted, Cain is doing some kind of like sinful things, so he's not like really a good guy. But if we're just talking like sheer physical power, my money's on Cain. But if I'm talking about a more pious and loving individual, it's Abel. What about the allegations that Cain murdered Abel? Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to wait for Cain to drop his response. We're just gonna need that to drop. All right, that's enough blaspheming religious humor.
Trying to ruin their friendships. They're trying to ruin people's relationships with their family. All this stuff when they go through these type of measures, it is evil. It's demonic.
Polymarket has 65 on Cain. You're fucking funny. That's a good one. I didn't think we'd get there. We got through that entire bit without doing a Kalshi or Polymarket bit. God damn.
So, but yeah, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. So there you have it. There you have the actual truth and
the actual truth. I don't want to be that guy, but it's been 8 minutes and you actually didn't say anything. You gave no context for anything. I don't even know what your role is in this. It just seems like you're saying I'm defending my friend and I like money, and I'm stupid. Like you seem less believable now. Really?
Yeah, I'm sure people are gonna have fun lying.
I have a Polymarket bet on if the Pharaoh will let my people go. Dude, you know what's crazy? I put a Kalshi contract on whether or not Locust would eat our crops. And honestly, it's looking like that might happen. Granted, it was really weird when that like smoke came over the village and killed every firstborn. That was really strange. I should have bet on that. I didn't see that one coming. That's what happens.
As usual, so I doubt it will really change anything for me to say something, but hey, at least I'm on record here saying the truth that this is all bogus and a bunch of lies. So there's that. But anyway, there you have it for this video. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I will catch you next time. In the meantime, go boom.
Wow. Okay. Fuck. Dude, let me go take a biblical piss. And we'll come back and we'll do some more. We still got more stuff. walking around looking to fill up my water bottle. Someone was like, oh yeah, I have a Poly Market bet on the golden tablets being real. Damn. Dude, that's a crazy one. That's a crazy one. Guys, do you think how will this affect Joseph Smith's legacy? How will this affect Crumble Cookie's legacy when you think about it, right? Let's see. Ooh, Melanie Mac turns off the comments on her stream. So you used a bathroom, right, and not a drain. I do not have a fucking floor drain, but yes, I used the fucking toilet. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. No, dude, she's getting fucking owned. She's getting fucking owned. Melanie Mac go boom. Addressing the quartering drama. They added more gay letters. I'm kind of curious. What is they added more gay letters? I'm gonna click on that now. I'm kind of interested.
As if they weren't confused enough with.
Dude, this lady, what the fuck? You got a chainsaw man? You know, you gotta, what's his face? Why am I drawing a blank? This happens all the time when my medication runs out. I can't fucking remember names of anything. Pochita. Fuck. There you go. Yeah, Pochita. You got Pochita. Dude, you don't even she lacks the media literacy to watch Chainsaw Man, not gonna lie. Okay? They added more gay letters, me in a math class. Dude, when they add Greek letters to math, they're like, more gay letters. She's probably a big fan of Makima. I don't know, man. What's that say about her if she is, though? What's that say if she is? No, because she got that dog in her. She can't be Makima.
With their made-up genders and this, that, and the other, and adding all these letters to their acronym that we already couldn't keep.
Dude, it's actually kind of crazy because she just sounds like she's, like, stupid when she's talking about this, right? Like, it's one thing if you're gonna be, like, an intelligent bigot. Like, I can, like, respect that, right? Where you can, like, form a sentence. But she, like, sounds like she's stupid. And so it makes it even harder to understand her position.
Up with, they have dropped more. What is it? 2 or 3 more letters have dropped in the gay.
Dude, they got a gay update. 2 or 3 letters have dropped. Dude, they just released the patch notes. New gay classes have been released. That's why she's a fan. She looks at Denchi and she says, he's just like me, for real. You know, she unironically says Homelander is based. Okay, I can't even begin to tell you how fucking insane that is. Homelander is, like, legitimately pathetic. That is, like, the whole thing with him, is that he's, like, very easily emasculated and unloved and an insecure man. Like, that's like somebody being like, Patrick Bateman is so, like, based. But it's, like, very clear that Patrick Bateman is a satire. Like, Homelander is even more obvious satire, okay?
Acronym. So let's go ahead and dive into this and get confused about this together, because they have already confused us enough and they're already confused enough themselves. So this is just crazy lunacy. Let's see. So MMIWG 2SLGBTQQIA+.
Who the fuck is using that? Like, who is using that? That's the thing. I know plenty of queer people, okay? Nobody uses that. This is all fake. This is all fake Twitter stuff. If I walk down the street, nobody brings this shit up. I've literally never heard anybody use that. Well, that's because all of this shit is performative, okay? This is all fake, all right? This is all fake shit.
Okay, I guess the new one was the MMI, but I still don't know what all these others are. Let's go ahead and...
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm woke and I don't know what they all are. All right? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, lady. That's where plus Diesel. It's called a catch-all. Well, I don't know what that is. Okay.
see what the
Also, this is a 7-second clip. There's no way you turn a 7-second clip into a 9-minute video.
new ones that they added are. Here we go.
Deal with the ongoing genocide of MMIW G2SLGBTQQIA+.
Dude, that lady practiced before she did that, dude. She fucking rattled that off like she'd been saying that in the mirror all morning.
This is abhorrent. Deal with the
But what I don't even know what the context for that is. You can't even have. There's no fucking way the next 10 minutes of this video are absolutely her just rattling off how abhorred she is at this. It's supposed to be a Native American thing. All right. I don't want to sound too based here or anything, but why is the Native American community included in the LGBTQ community? I get that we might have like similar struggles there, but you know, we don't, maybe like, you know, we don't need to mash it all into the same coalition there. Dude, she's the Mortal Kombat fatality. It's wrong for another reason. MMIW is missing and murdered Indigenous women, which like, why is that being added to the LGBTQ community? Yeah, that's like a serious issue that should be like tackled and talked about. But I don't really think that should be like tied to the LGBTQ, you know, rights coalition, you know? Like, yeah, if you're gay, you should have rights, and if you're trans, you should be allowed to exist. And we should probably find those missing women. But those missing women are not included in that coalition of people, right? Like it's its own issue. We should talk about the issue, but it's its own issue.
MMIWG2SLGBTQQIA. Okay, so I went to chat for some answers to reply.
Okay, every time I hear a person who says I went to chat, if you call ChatGPT chat, you have like sub 60 IQ, fucking room temperature IQ, okay? Goddamn. Oh, God. This is the consequence of us basically having no political capital, and that single issue voting forces all issues under the same tent. Yeah. Yeah.
So we have the missing ones. MMI, it stands for missing and murdered Indigenous women. Oh, the MMIW, missing and murdered Indigenous women.
Like that's like a whole separate issue.
Girls and Two-Spirit. Oh, so all of this, everything before the L is just all Indigenous, Native American stuff, because Two-Spirit was the Native American they them equivalent.
Oh boy, she's a real smart one, huh? She's a real smart one. Oh, this is a real issue. I've heard of this issue before. This is a real issue. And if she is like for the girls in any capacity, even if those girls have to come to Christ, you know, the concept of young women being like running away from home, because that's usually what it is from what I remember when I was reading about it. It's like they run away from home, they go hitchhiking, and then they get snatched up on the road, and then they vanish, assumedly either murdered or trafficked or anything like that. Like, this is a real issue, and it should be talked about, and it is an issue that is impacting like Native communities, right? Like, there's no reason to decry it or make fun of it, but it is weird that it is being included in that, right? The RMCP go to a murder scene and they say it's a bear and then leave. Like, the only reason I know it's talked about, or it definitely is like one of those things that's like it's recently being talked about. I watched that awful season of True Detective. You know, the RCMP, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Yes. I watched that recent season of True Detective, and it was awful. But it was also the season of True Detective that talked about that issue, right? Because True Detective like pulls from like real crimes or unsolved cases. Like one of the seasons was about like modern day sex trafficking. One was about political malfeasance in sex trafficking and murder. Another one was about like racial like profiling in cases and how it would keep cases cold for years. And then the newest one was about indigenous communities suffering like serial murders and nobody being around to, you know, prosecute or look into that. It's an awful season of True Detective. Don't go watch it. Seriously. Holy shit. Holy shit, don't go watch it. Season 2 is not as bad as people say it is. It's like okay. It hits a lot of the same notes that season 1 hits, minus the final act twist. And then season 3 is pretty good if you haven't seen it. But season 4 is awful. But all this to say, this is like an actual, like, this is unironically like an issue I could see a Christian woman getting behind. So I'm very curious how she's going to square this.
This is the thing for me, is what, it's bad enough that these women, okay, so they're just adding, okay, specifically missing and murdered indigenous women. So not only did they become missing or murdered, but now they're just calling
Diesel, Two-Spirit is supposed to be an umbrella term for third genders within a few indigenous cultures. For example, Wikiti for Lakota people and Nadli for the Navajo people.
them gay. Imagine that, what? Just to make things worse, now you're calling them gay? I doubt. Look,
I mean, there's a comma there, Melanie. Not to be that guy and be a little bit of a grammar Nazi, but the comma does indicate that it is a list of objects, and that object appears later in the list. Not that they are gay, because the comma there implies that it is a separate object, okay? Now, if they said gay, missing, and murdered indigenous women, then I would assume that they're only talking about the gay women who are missing or murdered.
here's the thing with this, what we see with the flag as well, when they keep adding stuff to it, like when they added the brown stuff, which...
When they added the brown stuff? Oh, brother. Just be racist. Why do we gotta pussyfoot around it? Be like, I don't like N-words. Let's just like let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. Like we don't need to beat around the bush. I will say I do also find it strange that the African American community got lumped in with the LGBTQ community. I'm not saying that they, again, this is one of those things where it's like, yes, they clearly have similar struggles, but there are some experiences with the black experience that are like quintessentially just things that exist in the black experience. So it feels kind of strange to like be put together. I mean, I'm not gonna like be grabbing a pitchfork out of it. And if we get some actionable change for everyone, that's great. But like,
would think for gay would be for poop, but apparently it's for black people, and they.
Dude, it's my racist 12-year-old chud cousin, dude.
I want to add other stuff that is not even related.
It's mostly us protecting each other because marginalized people do that. Yeah, I get that, right? I'm just saying, like, from a messaging standpoint, like, the message it sends is different than what the actions you take are, right? So it's like messaging versus action, right? And the action might align, but the messaging is like a completely different component of that. You know what I mean?
To the gay stuff. And I think this is why, because as it is, the gay stuff, lesbian stuff, made up gendered stuff.
She unironically sounds fucking retarded. I don't know of another way to put it. You know, forgive a boy for speaking a little bit out of tone here, but like, does she not sound like she has like not all her mental faculties when she's describing this? It's like, just say it. Just say what you're thinking. I know you can make a cohesive thought, you know? Like, you could say, I feel that all of these genders that people are talking about these days aren't necessarily real. And I don't prescribe to that train of thought, and I'm not going to entertain those people. She's the median voter. Stop it. Dude, we're fucking cooked.
These things, or pretending to change your gender, all of these things are...
Again, like I said, I want to have the fucking jujutsu sorcerer power to make her experience what it's like to be a gay person. I don't know about us people in the black community have had a whole thing about gay people trying to co-opt our struggles by including us in their movement. Yeah, dude, there's like a whole bunch of like minority community stuff about this, right? And I've talked about this before from like the Latino experience, right? Where like Latinos are being like forced to like make a position as like being either black or white and not being allowed to say that they're Latino and like all of that. So, but you know, it's like a lot of those things where it's like, okay, well, if you're gonna co-opt me into this cause, well, I have my own cause. I want my cause to be mine. Like I see your cause and I recognize it, but I also have my cause, right? And it's not saying that you're against each other, but it's like acknowledging both of you have separate and independent experiences, and you can commiserate and identify that there's some overlap there, but that there's also some difference there. So each of them should be given its time of day. But yes, as KJ said in the chat, it's like a lot of these things get lumped together because fucking politics, baby.
I mean, society inherently, and especially at a global scale, do not look favorably on these things. And it's defined in the Bible as abominations, and society in general can see it's not natural, it's not normal. That's why they've been going through all of these efforts to try to normalize it. And I think they try to lump in this other stuff.
Who is they, Melody? Would you like to point out that they in the room? Who do you think that they is in this equation? Who do you think that they is? Makes you think. Who's controlling? Who's controlling this? Who's making this happen? Is it a group of people? Do they celebrate Hanukkah? Makes you think. You know who the they is, Diesel. Of course I do.
With it, because otherwise it's like, hey, I don't support LGBT. Because you could say that. I don't support this. Because it's universally and at a global scale has been...
Dude, this lady is actually fucking stupid. She's moving real slow right now.
Been known as depravity and abomination as per the
Spell depravity right now, Melody Mac. I need to see your Wordle results. Show me how many Wordles.
Bible and society at a global scale.
I unironically don't understand what you're getting at. Are you trying to say that what are you on about?
Right. So now they gotta add this other stuff like black people to the flag, because then you can't say, oh, I don't support this, and they go, what? You don't support black people?
That's you just made up a fake person. You just made up a person. This is 9 minutes of nothing.
Meanwhile, there are lots of black people who don't support gay stuff. There's lots of Christian black people that aren't about this stuff.
There's a lot of non-religious black people that don't support the gays. Do you think a Russian handler is shouting like Walter in the car, like, holy shit, she doesn't even know the anti-woke talking points? I unironically don't understand what she's saying about the trying to force it on. I know what she's saying because I'm familiar with the argument, but if I'm thinking about it from the perspective of if I was completely new to this train of thought and this was my first exploration into that, I would be like, I don't understand what you're saying because you're describing it so bad.
And you're throwing them on your flag, and then now you got, oh, okay, now let's throw in missing and murdered Indigenous women, because then they're using them as human shields. It's like, oh, you can't say you don't support us now because...
I mean, I don't know if it's saying that they're using him as human shield. Like, you're just, again, making up a guy. You're just making up a guy, right? If you say, I don't support this, Blanche Carte, and your video is about the missing and murdered Indigenous women...
I looked up Sister Wives trying to find out what that is. TBH, I'm still confused.
I actually need to see what Sister Wives is, because I think it's about guys that their wives are their sisters. Is that it? Is it like an incest show? Is that it? Like a TLC incest thing?
That means you don't support Indigenous women who got murdered and or missing or kidnapped. It's like, it's just human shields. That's what this stuff is.
You haven't even explained how it is that, because like, if you just like very like, if you cast a wide brush and you're just like, I don't support this, the thing that's going to stick out is the thing that's least normal about that list of things. So yeah, maybe they'd be like, oh, you don't support missing and murdered Indigenous women, right? Sure. But like, they could very easily be like, what, which part of it don't you support? They could just be confused, you know? Like, it does, there's no way that if you just say, I don't support this, to like a really broad statement, that everybody's going to instantly be able to read your mind, you know? Like, I'm not going to know. If somebody goes, I don't support this to the LGBTQIA, right? If somebody just says that, they look at that and they go, I don't support that. That doesn't give you any, like, you don't understand what they don't support, because there are many things in that umbrella. So they would either assume that you don't support all of it, or they would ask and be like, what part of it don't you support? Right? Like, they just, like, this would be like, this is a made up scenario. Like, this is a made up scenario. Like, who is this person that you're running into with this?
And the problem with this is that you can't lump all of these things together, because when you look at all the gay stuff, like, that is all universally has been defined as depravity.
What? So, like, I thought she was gonna be describing that, like, the LGBTQ stuff is like its own thing, and this missing and murdered Indigenous women thing is its own thing. And I would have been like, sure, I agree with that position. I agree that those things are different things. I like that very broad, but like you just started saying the gay stuff, you know, everybody knows it's depravity. Can I get some more to that? What is the depravity associated with that? You know what it is? She talks like the president's truths, right? Everybody's saying it. Everybody's saying it. I don't know who doesn't agree with it. They're saying that this gay stuff. They're saying it. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it's bad. I'm just saying, we all know it. We looked in the book. They said it's not good. What part of it, President, Mr. President? You know, all of it. You know, they've said it. Everybody's been saying it. They're saying that they love me. That's what they've been saying.
And then you're adding other things to it. Murdered.
Like she was actually close to making a point, too, which is the more infuriating part. It's not even that, like, she just didn't say anything.
Native American women. They don't, how many of them support this? It's when you're...
Yeah, it sounds like someone who's giving an oral presentation and they did not prep for it and they're grasping at straws.
Forcing them to be a part of your acronym.
I mean, they're not forcing anybody. This is one lady who said it. This is one lady. The indigenous community can refute this support, or they can choose to ignore it as it's not something that they're passionate about, and they'd just be happy to have more people talking about this issue. Like you don't know what that community feels. Have you asked them? Have you gone out and asked the questions? Dude, fucking female Nick Shirley is what this is. Oh my god.
Your acronym is sexual in nature. We kind of have.
Dude, her fucking eye twitched. Dude, she's racking her brain about this. It's funny because her old LGBT tweets seem like coherent shower thoughts, which is why I think this is a grift, because she can't form an argument in her head because she doesn't feel this way. But the crazy thing is, KJ, is even though I don't agree with her position, I could make an argument defending her position. So why can I make an argument against this, but she can't? That's what I want to know.
A word for that. We have a word for forcing people into sexual things. And it rhymes with.
At Pinker Neon Nova became a member. At Pinker Neon Nova celebrates 3 months of membership. Beep beep. Go read my long messages above.
Go read my long messages. There's so many messages. Yeah, because I'm sober.
So yeah, this is just weird. It's clown world, especially of course it's apparently Canada. Because of course it is. Just when you think like, okay, people are pushing back against all this gay crap, people are pushing back against the insanity.
She and Jeremy both do not sincerely believe the right-wing stuff, and they are both incoherent public speakers, which is a terrible trait for a professional public speaker. No, Quartering has a secondary channel where he takes the mask off and he stops fence sitting, and he can pull out the statistics to make horribly offensive arguments. He can 100% do that. Melanie Mack cannot. This is like a real brain teaser she's having right now.
Think there might be a light at the end of this tunnel. Man, they keep trying. Especially Canada.
Have you been to Canada? This is another question, right? All these guys will make like comments about places, but like have they gone there and like experienced those people? I know Nick Shirley is trying desperately to like do that, but then also maintain the beliefs. But they like fall apart under very brief scrutiny, and it requires his willful ignorance of the subject in order to squeeze on by through that. And also, he hasn't been able to hit again on the like fraud stuff because the administration has moved on from that, and so there's nobody backing him. He was also definitely used as like a patsy in that, and it's very clear that he was like a useful idiot, but. She should look at Tom McDonald and Lauren Southern. Both are Canadian and turbo-conservative like her. Well, isn't Lauren Southern like actually on the take for the Russian government? Tom McDonald is just like a goober.
What is up with that? This does not help society in any way. This is the reason why they throw parades. There's a reason why they come up with the acronyms. There's a reason why they make a flag. First of all, with the flag, it's
so what is the reason?
Like it's giving cult and it's giving religion. And I have a whole video called "Woke Ideology is Satanic" for a reason. Like because it is. I like break it all down in that video, which I made a couple years ago, because it is a religion. It's a cult. It's demonic. It's satanic.
Okay.
And so that's what they try to do with this stuff because.
So it's a satanic cult. Read Pinker's message. What the fuck is Pinker's message? Okay, so in Canada, MMIW and LGBTQ issues often get linked because our government groups minority statistics a lot in reports. We also support each other a lot as communities. So they group it together in the minority statistics and all that. I feel like those should be separated so that way those issues could be tackled appropriately by the government. But I would be in a glass house if I said our government doesn't do that either. But that is interesting. Okay.
They want it to be protected, and it's
They also should share a support line in Canada. Oh, okay.
just like,
So
bro,
it was linked together through like necessity, not by. It was linked together by the machines of government.
society doesn't have to approve of any of this stuff. We don't.
Yeah, but like, what if they vote on it and they approve of it? Because I think really at the heart of this here is that you just don't believe in liberal democracy. You know? Like, that's just really what I'm hearing. Like in a democracy, these things are voted on, and if the public agrees that it is a right, then they are entitled to execute upon that right. You know? So if you think that's an issue, then, like, you know, you just don't believe in democracy.
Have to approve of it, especially those of us who are Christians, and the Bible is very against it.
Well, you also don't live in Canada. You know? Not to be that guy, but you don't really have skin in the game. You know, if America becomes a Christian nation, that's a win for you. But you weren't planning on going to Canada, so like, what does it fucking matter? They should be, and it's because the RCMP doesn't have the best track record of serving these communities. These communities have a lot of inter-community solidarity. We have separation of church and state, bitch. Well, that's up for interpretation.
We are not compromising our faith for this insanity. So, and we've already seen the negative impacts that this has had in society with the parades, with the child mutilation, with the public displays of degeneracy in front of children and in front of people in general, because we don't want to see that.
So, like, you know, here's another thing is, like, they say that these, like, things happen in mass, but they really don't, is the thing. Or they'll give, like, this case and this case, and it's like, okay, but this makes up the minority of any group, right? Like, if I wanted to, I could also cherry pick people from your group and do the same thing, you know?
It's like, it's not been good. And then all of a sudden, like, a huge surge in the youth identifying as one of these things just astronomically became trendy, which is now it's starting to trend down a bit because
you were saying you were bisexual at a point in time. You were saying that you wanted Chris Redfield is gay. Wait, it wasn't even that long ago. It was 6 years ago. It was only 6 years ago where you were like, I wish he was gay.
I know that you have talked about how men should dress nicer and peacock more. I'd love to get your opinion on corset vests for men. NGL, I think they're hot.
I really don't. I don't know. I've never. It's a very avant-garde thing to wear a corset. If we're talking men's fashion, that's like some serious avant-garde shit. I think you can pull it off in a way that still accentuates the masculinity, but you run a really thin line of looking like the quirked up twink. And I know I wouldn't be able to pull it off, okay? I know I wouldn't be able to pull it off.
people are annoyed, so sick of it. But still, like, it's still higher than it should be. You know, so we could acknowledge that this was mental illness. And now it's just become a thing people are celebrating and people are trying to make a religion out of. It's just, it's...
But are they making it a religion? We got a new member, very base, very pog. I will simp for men in corsets. Don't listen to diesel chatter. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying you got an uphill battle ahead of you, you know?
Version is disgusting. And I ain't about any of this. So What?
I just to be clear, I am advocating for Melanie to be a better bigot. I think she could be a higher caliber of bigot. You know, I think she could be like, she could have a generational run as a homophobe, but she's actually like really bad at it. You know, like there are people out there that are really good at arguing against it. She is not one of them. She's really bad at even describing her own beliefs.
These people really need, and what society really needs to see is, hey, if you are suffering with whatever it may be, your own identity and getting tempted into these perversions, there's a way out of that, and that's through Jesus Christ, and he can deliver you from this. This isn't natural, and it's not good for you, and it's not an identity. You can say you're born that way, but maybe you were born with a desire to sin, like all of us are.
Maybe you were born with the desire to sin. I thought she was just gonna say maybe you were born wrong. Oh, God.
Born with a desire to sin. It's just different for different people, but it's not good. Sin is not good, including all of these things. So you can claim to be born that way, but it doesn't make it good. It's bad. I was born wanting to drink poison. Well, it's not good for you. Don't do it. Same difference. So, yeah, what really these people need to know is that there is deliverance through Jesus Christ, and people need to repent, and maybe through their own ability can't overcome all of these temptations, but God can help them through it.
I fucking can't believe this is so outrageous and unabashed that it is like, I hate saying this is just like The Boys, but this is so on the nose that like Paul Verhoeven couldn't write satire so poignant, dude. Like I don't even know how to like. I need to sit with that thought for a while. You know what I mean?
They can be born again in the Holy Spirit.
Is that Uncle Cuckus in the thumbnail? I just Googled ugly bastard.
Can help them through it. So anyway, there you have it for this video. I'm sick and tired of the gay crap. So sick of it. I'm over it. I'm beyond over it. And now they're just adding more human shields to their stuff. So anyway, there you have it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.
You said no. She fucking. I will say this. She's great at filibustering. She's great at filibustering because she said nothing for 10 minutes, which is crazy. Considering she's against child mutilation, do you think she's against circumcision? That's a good question. It's a good question. She's a Monster High doll in the background. No, that's the Corpse Bride from Tim Burton's The Corpse Bride.
Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.
Okay. Okay. Excuse me? The Lies of Sykkuno, another streamer cheats and targets teens. Did Sykkuno fuck a child? Did that happen? Did he groom a child? I haven't looked at this drama at all. Did he groom a child? I don't think he groomed a child. I haven't seen anything that said that. Go boom, that's her slogan. Go boom for Christ. No. Why does Brittany Simon seem so familiar? Who is that lady? Should I know who that is? I should know who that is. This person has been in something before. No, she's talking 18 to 19 while he's 34. Sykkuno is 34? That's crazy. Can I get 5 big booms for Melanie Mac, please? God. Wow, that was really... Yes, he's that old. Damn. I hope I look that good at 34. Fuck. She's 19. She's an adult. Yep, that's my answer to that. Can't be a 19-year-old minor. You're an adult. You can drive a car. You can buy a fucking gun. You can fucking blow your brains out. Can't drink in America, but pretty much everywhere else you can. Wow. Fuck. That was like a brain rot. That was like culture war brain rot. Oh shit. Hold on. So the quartering addressed the controversy. I know we took a little detour on Melanie Mac. He's been LARPing as an anime high schooler for like 8 years. Okay, he's like an Asian guy who fucking likes anime. Like, and fucking who Mega Lol gives a shit if he's cringe. Take a look at shorts of Men in Corsets Diesel as a palette cleanser. Nah, I'm good. Hey Diesel, can we look at this like really homoerotic thing after watching Melanie Mac? Oh well, maybe. I almost forgot this was a quarterly stream. She was just so interesting. Let's see. This is the final time I'll address things. There have been some folks who've been having a lot of fun at my expense. It's been going for like a year, and I never said anything about it until recently, when they started inventing vile lies about my wife, my family, and me as well, of course. Thing I forget is, this is the internet. I can't spend all day responding to every new insane claim. Will I create another stream goal? I'll do it just for you. I'll do it because you just asked in this moment. Okay. We'll do a double parkour. Double parkour. Stimming. There we go. This is the opposite of a palate cleanser. Hold on.
You could hype mog them. You could mog someone, and you could hype mog them. You could be taller. So it typically means like outshining someone in some regard.
Are you mogging me right now?
Well, in what metric?
Any?
Status mogging.
What do you mean?
Dude, this grown adult is laughing at him, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, the reporter was like holding back laughter.
Mean by that?
I mean, like I might be status mogging you, maybe. I don't know. You're fine. Like potentially, you could mog someone.
Wow. Yeesh. Dude, clavicular is fucking... Clavicular's sad. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, shit. That reporter is so fucking handsome effortlessly. Clavicular overdose? Did that did not happen. Let me go take a gander. Okay. We're gonna watch a guy die on stream again. By the way, somebody was in Beckett's chat being like, didn't you make fun of King Cobra for dying? Didn't you make fun of King Cobra for dying? And I was like not responding to it because I'm like, what the fuck? Who gives a shit? Yeah, sure. I thought it was fucking funny. Right? But to be clear, King Cobra was alive when I made that stream. He was alive, and I said, oh, is he gonna die? Is he not? As a joke.
Watermelon mogged.
And then the guy died. Okay? And I went, that's very sad. I'm very sorry. I had no idea that I was going to be 24 hours early on this guy dying. Okay? That was purely by accident. It was purely by accident. I'm very happy to have a cameo by King Cobra. Okay. Posthumously. All right. I'm glad that he got that money. I'm sure it was spent very incorrectly, but you know.
Oh my god. Holy fuck.
Oh, is that him with the guy who has the toupee?
Oh, fuck you.
I literally chewed that chatter out for them trying to do that to you. Okay, to clarify, you don't need to do that for me. You don't need to do that for me. If somebody wants to be performatively angry about something because they don't watch my streams and they want to be performatively mad at me for something that they didn't even experience, let them do it, okay? They're being a fucking idiot, all right? They just want to be mad at me because they don't like me. That's it, all right? That's it.
What? How fucked up are you? Dude, I'm gone.
Diesel did it. Yeah, I killed Cobes. And now we're about to watch Clavicular die.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, is it the meth is making him move real fast? He's probably really hot right now.
Oh my god.
Yo, you want an Addy?
Dude, this guy is just high on stream all the time. The amount of drugs he's taking.
Yo, you want an Addy? Do you want an Addy?
You also killed Scarlet, don't forget it. Look, man, if I could trade Cobes for Scarlet, I would in a heartbeat. Make no mistake about it. I think Cobes deserves a second chance. Scarlet, absolutely not. Excuse me, Blood of Death. That's his new name, by the way, Blood of Death. They turned the camera away. They're like, damn, Clavicular's dying. Well, that's not good. I'm sure he's fine. Oh, brother. Yeah, Scarlet Reaper was just a better name. For branding purposes.
Rescue 16 trying to respond. 20-year-old male overdose. 900 South Miami Avenue. 900 South Miami Avenue. Rescue 16 trying to respond. 20-year-old male overdose. 900 South Miami Avenue. 2045.
Ugh.
Rescue 16.
Maybe Clavicular, maybe not. Didn't you also kill Too Mad? For Too Mad, I was praying on his death. On God. He'll walk it off. I just so happen to be covering. Look, if anybody killed Too Mad, can we just say it was Lyrics? Does Lyrics kill Too Mad? Lyric killed Too Mad? Lyrics killed Too Mad the moment he asked him if he was like, yo, bro, you okay? This community has a body count. Yeah, in more ways than one, unfortunately. Clavicular has been hospitalized after a suspected overdose. Well. It's not an overdose, it's drug maxing. Oof. Too Mad did die of an overdose. Yeah. Well, that's nice. Hold on, let me blow my nose for like 10 seconds. I'm like right here, chat. I'm with you still. Sick Diesel is with you. I really need to be meth maxing. That'd probably make me And then Lyrics rebranded as Shame. If he wants to leave commentary, he can leave commentary. I personally don't give a shit. I know some people do. I will say he definitely did court the kind of community that would definitely have an issue with him wearing a fucking maid dress. Yes, I will mute the mic. Hold on. He definitely reaped what he sowed in that regard, you know. There we go. I'm back. Let's read this fucking post from the quartering. All right. Mogs you and starts convulsing. I know, I was making a joke. I definitely have had some people be like, Lyrics should die. Lyrics should die. I fucking hate that guy. And I'm just like, are you like 20? Because that's crazy. I'm being hyperbolic, but it is like along those lines, where it's like we should chase this guy down for the rest of his life. It's like, okay, you try getting a job. Lyrics kind of rocks a skirt, to be honest. Well, when Twink Death hits him, it's gonna hit him like a ton of bricks, because with his hairline, he's gonna reach back on the Norwood scale real fast. Let's see. I've been doing this a long enough time to know better. I should never have even applied anything about taking their channel down. That's not okay. It's cringe. It's bad. It was me getting emotional, which is cringe. I guess it's harder to brush things off now that I'm in my mid-40s. This guy is getting sensitive. What did you just found your feelings in your 40s? Are you fucking for real? Plain and simple. I got triggered when they moved on to insulting my wife, marriage, and my family. You know, if it's any consolation, quartering, I think it's perfectly okay for that bull to fuck your wife. You know, you're gay. You haven't come out of the closet yet. You're struggling with that. She needs some play. It's called taking one for the team. It's okay. They state as a fact some of the most vile, untrue shit imaginable, all in an attempt to get my attention, and I made internet cardinal sin of getting emotional. It's a no-win situation. They make up insane shit like my friend of 10 years is having sex with my wife. So your friend of 10 years is a bull? Because they provide evidence for that. What the fuck? Why are you hanging out with swingers? What? It's having sex with my wife, and I just sit there and let it become lore. I let it fill my comment sections and live stream chats because if I address it, they just make up something more insane. I've been way too open on the internet. Most everything there are memeing on shit I've openly shared, like shitting my pants at a Walmart, etc. Lol, and that's all fine. It's just insane lies that I thought end at some point. Sadly, they just keep ratcheting it up, and now that I responded poorly, more folks are getting involved in cementing this garbage
Diesel.
as fact.
You the goat.
Thank you. I try. I mean, earlier we were talking about dogs, but I don't know if I'm the goat, you know? I've definitely done some cringe stuff worth making fun of, and I hope they make a lot of money doing it. But at the end of the day, there's room on the internet for all of us. Is he really doing a we can all just get along? Dude, you tried to, like, take him down, like, Giga style. Okay? Now this just makes it sound like you're, like... Now you sound felted. You know? Because now you like, I've doubled down, and now I've decided to, you know, I'm leaving. I'm folding. You know, you double down and then fold. It's like you're owned, dude. Yeah, this is the Streisand effect. Yeah, his friend of 10 years is a notorious Wisconsin bull. Like, he's in every bull subreddit and is constantly posting. Ain't no way Quartering doesn't know. There's no way. There's no way he doesn't know. Well, okay. I will say this. I knew Falgi for 3 years. I did not know he was doing all that crazy shit, right? I did not know he was messaging so many chatters. I did not know that was happening. So I will say that. But also, if you, like, live in the same area as a guy, that's different. Because you're like, I hang out with this guy in real life very frequently. I've known him for 10 years, since before I started my YouTube channel, from when I was a normal person. That's different. Because that's, you have a lot of history with that guy then. This is the shitty part of it sometimes. Almost nothing said about me in this drama is being presented in good faith, but I just gotta let it ride and not spurg out, so for that I apologize. Comment sections have been wild and I made it worse. Please don't bother engaging with this stuff. Everything is going to be fine, lol. I apologize for my part in making everything worse for people who just want to watch the show. They will see this post as yet another epic win in their twisted fantasies. But this post is for people who actually watch the show. not for them. I am a human. I am sorry to say I'm a pretty boring one, despite what you might think and see on the internet. Threatening to deplatform a channel is like threatening to use a nuke in the world of the internet. Completely against the bro code. Every public figure is mocked and their personal lives gossiped about. I learn new lore about myself every day, but I never threaten to destroy people's lives. You need to apologize to the Casino Boys directly and just continue making content that your fans want to see. Shu is correct. Shu is correct. How long did you know about Nani and Pharaoh and the mod that gooned in VC? Literally, it was like it happened and then I found out about it. And then Nani and Pharaoh, I didn't find out until both of them were already gone. And then Nani and Falgi, I didn't find out about until like fucking 4 days ago. Okay? Anyway, I think that's everybody who's fucked anybody or gooned in my orbit. And if I ever find out that any of you are gooning in my orbit again, I'm going to actually blow you up with a nuclear bomb. You can goon in private. Hell, I don't even care if you put on the stream and bang to me. Just don't do it in a public VC. What if I'm gooning right now? There ain't no way you're typing in gooning at the same time. Yeah, having sex to my stream is a Diorio reference. I'm not even lying. That's how that started. This is actually Diorio's fault. You know what? This is Diorio's fault. Why did my mods have sex while modding my stream? Because they were like, oh my god, remember when Bunk and Clancy had a sex tape while Diorio was playing in the background? What if we did that? I can type with one hand. You don't think people could do that? All right, well, you know. Oh, shit. I'm acting a little female-coded lately, says the quartering. Let's see. Anyway, the server's okay now. I don't know if you guys have been to the server, but we've been doing events. You guys should stop by one of our events. We did a movie night today. I couldn't come because I was sleeping. And then he was feeling bonita. Everything can be linked back to the Oreo. He's the George Bush of commentary, dude. I promise I'm not gooning this stream. You've definitely gooned to a stream. I'm not even gonna. If I was placing bets. Let's see. Addresses the bull. Let's see him address the bull. Let's see. No, I have not. Sorry to report, I do not in fact have a Jewish bull. That doesn't mean that you don't have a bull. It just means that the bull is a Gentile. Okay? That doesn't mean anything. I have 2 monitors for a reason. That's diabolical. Let me make this bigger. My female coworkers love working together, and we were all friends. I do not have any prior or current employees under NDA. Just about everything you see or hear just isn't true or is purposefully warped. Let's look at the language there. He didn't say bull. He says he doesn't have a Jewish bull. Makes you think. Makes you think. Makes you think. I've gooned with your VOD in the background while reading smut on my phone, though. You gave that out for free. You gave that out for free. Just to be clear. Yeah, he's got the black bull. Yeah, it kind of feels like he's beating around the cuck chair, right? It feels like he's beating around the cuck chair here. Yeah, it was a movie called Bingo. I'll also do a movie night at some point too. We are doing the D&D live show. If you click that link that I pinned, it'll sign you up for the D&D live show that happens tomorrow on the server. So you should come by as well. 5:45 is when they're gonna start. I'll be in the chat listening. I can't be in the game because I'll be at work. Oh wait, I'm sick. No, I'll be in the chat. But yeah, if you guys aren't there, it would be listen. It's ran by the ops, by the way, the ops who were fired by Falgi. So you should support them because this is what they wanted to do, and this is actually the impetus for all of that. So, but yeah. I am trying to be on my Discord game. When's the game? 5:45 p.m. EST. Let's see some more quartering stuff. Why is this Stardust tweet in here? That's fine, whatever. It's the Stardust stuff. Ooh, what's this? What's this? This looks interesting. The Quartering once had a channel called the Midwestly with the slogan saying news without the bull. It's just everybody. Dude, he's teasing us, guys. He's teasing us. There's a bull out here. He's just hiding it, okay? The evidence is all around us. The 9/11 truthers, but for the bull allegations. Let's see. Quartering desperately trying to talk about anything else. Trump will announce a deal with Iran today. That's my feeling anyway. While everyone on X is spurking out, there are clearly talks happening in the background. I guess we'll wait the next 12 hours. Dude, he's trying to like not address the bull allegations. He's like, I wonder what Trump is going to do today. And nobody gives a shit. They're like, quartering. Who's fucking your wife? Interesting. Is BitChute still around? Yeah, but like it's only filled with guys who think the world is flat. God. Wait, is the bull no bullshit? Could you imagine? Dude, it's all linked together. It's all linked together. Sorry about fucking coughing again. Here's one where he's responding to Keffels. Bro, you are literally a YouTuber? You rely on handouts? No, I don't. I run a marketing agency, and I have for the past 10 years. YouTube has never been important as an income source. Liar. That was a lie in 2022. That was a lie now. I've worked since I was 13. Oh my God, Mr. Pull himself up by his bootstraps. Full time since I was 17. How about you? I also worked full time while getting my MBA. You? Nothing. Yeah, figured. This guy is like, I have a degree. Oh, I have a master's in business administration. Bro, you know how many people have degrees? Fuck off. Fucking clown shit. Oh, I have a degree. I know that I do the thing where I'm like, I have an art degree. I'm making fun of myself when I do that. But you're seriously sitting here and saying, oh, I have an MBA. You know how many people hate MBAs? You're responsible for the enshittification of society, motherfucker. Okay? You're the reason that when I go to Dunkin' Donuts, my $6 meal deal is now $8 and they don't give me hash browns. Okay? That's you. That's you. You're taking away the hash browns. Because you're eating them with your beard. Stupid. God, what an asshole. Fuck this guy. It is so funny to watch the Quartering struggle with this dude. I love it. I love it. It's great to see. It's great to see. People who brag about their degrees don't use them. And usually the only impressive thing about themselves. Here's the thing. People get through college and then they stop accomplishing things. they just get a job and they sit there and they're like, I'm going to do this for the next 40 years. Or until whenever they fire me, which it'll probably be in less than 40 years. I spent 5 years on a degree I don't use. RIP. Yeah, me too. Well, I guess I kind of use my degree. In like I made my job out of the internet. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oh, here's a clavicular leaving the nightclub. Oh shit. No, he actually did overdose. Holy shit. I just got laid off this week. I am sorry, extremely happy summer. They don't know what they're missing. Dude, Jesus Christ. That's not good. That's not good. Thank you, my fave parasocial streamer. Yeah, that's rough. He's not walking, dude. What's he's big on stimulants, right? So if he's hitting like meth and maybe a bunch of Adderall that evening. So is he going, he would have gone into cardiac arrest, right? That's what that would have caused usually. When you take a lot of stimulants, you could have cardiac arrest. I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about, guys. I've just watched 2 seasons of The Pit, so I think I know what I'm talking about. But I definitely do not know. Somebody just messaged me, probably with the answer.
It's like each jump I hate more than the last.
What is this?
You can do it. There we go. Good boy, you fucking retard.
Okay, Beckett. Okay. Interesting. Hold on, let's go back a second.
Do it. There we go. Good boy, you
Beckett got me flustered. It's just something about English people saying "good boy," dude. It's that. It's the English part of him, not the male part of him. To be clear, okay. If a broad with a foreign accent said that, I'd be like, "Yes, ma'am." Oh, holy shit.
fucking retard.
Okay.
Dude, the puzzles in Crimson Desert are not hard, but they do not signpost many things well. Okay, they're like easy puzzles, I will say that. I heard that when I was clipping the segments, it was so fucking funny. Guys, I can't even, dude, you guys know Beckett is handsome. I always say, Beckett, you should be on cam for stream. The fact that you're not on cam for stream is like insane. Because he's like dressed disheveledly, but he's like got that like, I don't know, like he's just handsome effortlessly. It's crazy.
Speaking of degrees, I have a calc exam in the morning, so have a good night.
Good luck on your calculus exam tomorrow. He's self-conscious about going bald. How did the Beckett bald thing start? Why is it that he's bald? Can anybody explain to me why Beckett is bald? These little goons when Beckett streams. I really don't goon. I don't goon that much, to be honest. Much I don't goon. I don't goon that much. Diesel is brosexual. Beckett is very easy on the eyes. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I would be a liar if I said Beckett wasn't handsome. It doesn't mean I want to fuck Beckett, all right? Because Chud is balding and people started joking Beckett will join him. Oh, okay, okay. He's not bald, he's red. Okay, well, damn. Diesel is bromosexual. I know that I'm on the more attractive side, especially for a commentary YouTuber. I'm not like hot as fuck, but like I'm quirky in a way where I could get like where I have game, okay? For real. I know that. Did Falgi not start it? No, he's not even. We don't acknowledge his existence if he did. I think he doth protest too much. All right, Pinker. All right. Diesel is so full of himself. I'm sorry, you guys constantly say stuff like, Diesel, unbutton another button. He's not swoop pretty. Very few people are swoop pretty. She's gorgeous. What the fuck? Like, she is a gorgeous woman. Falgi is being Stalin. I've never heard of this guy, the Black. Who is that? Diesel, you and Beckett are like out ahead of the pack with Dickers begging to be like y'all and the rest locking around 3 or 4. I think Dickers could be very handsome. I think he could. I think he could. Unironically. I think maybe there's some like, you know, wardrobe stuff to work on and some like I haven't shaved, but you know, I think something could be worked there with his facial hair for sure. I think Dickers has some serious risonomics in his soul for real. Prove us wrong, Diesel. Unbutton your shirt. I'm wearing a fucking sweater right now, guys. I'm mad sick. I can't feel hot when I'm sick, to be clear. Now I say things like try to vest, Diesel. You know, Cat with the C, Modcat. He hates it when I call him Modcat. He bought me linen button-downs because he's like, you need more button-downs. And he bought me a pink shirt. But it's really nice, so I will have to wear it at some point. Yes, yes. Have y'all not learned shit from Falgi? Here's the thing. Falgi couldn't help but, like, message people. If Falgi was a real person, I've never heard of this person. I don't know who that is. But if that person is who you claim, you know, that person's real problem is their inability to not send unsolicited messages to women who are not interested. If that person was real. But no such person exists. At least wear the pink shirt. I will wear the pink shirt for next stream. I'll wear the pink shirt for next stream. How about that? Falgi is also less attractive than Diesel. Again, I've never heard of this man, but if he was real, I doubt he would be on my level. Yeah, D, don't slide into the DMs. I really would love, I would love a Vegeta Batman shirt, 100%. I would wear the fuck out of that. Absolutely. Are you finished reading the quarterly statement? I think so. I think so. No, wear more lesbian-coded shirts. Oh, God. Diesel could rock Vegeta's hairline, too. I'm not gonna lie. I could really use some minoxidil, but my insurance is bad right now, so we're just gonna kind of lock in and hope that more of it doesn't fall out, you know? Because I know that this is moving back on a Norwood scale. I'm just lucky that I got all this back here, you know what I mean? Diesel, do you have what I have? You're a little hoarse and kind of exhausted all the time? No, I'm exhausted because I stream late, but then I'm hoarse because I have strep throat. So that's what I have. I also have a bad cough because I have like serious post-nasal, but they tested me and it was strep, so. Anyway, I am going to get off stream. Go into the Discord, click that link, go into the Discord, join us for the D&D live show tomorrow. Hop into Discord. Please support KJ. Please support Hal. Please support Kat. Please support Ash. Please go support them as they go do that show. Please go do it. I really want to make sure that that happens and that they get to have a fun time doing it. So if you're a fan of me or a fan of them, please come on by. But yes, I am going to get off for now. Please join me in the Discord and have a wonderful night. They did. Gave me a Z-Pack. Yes. Good night.